night. If you're watching the Wildcats, that's number 7, Noah Ray. And Coach Mays, best of luck to you this Friday night. Hopefully, I don't guess you'll have time to get a movie in this Friday, but I'm excited. I'm excited to hear about the next adventure that this team gets to go on.
Well, we keep winning. We'll figure something out. But I appreciate your time coming on here with us.
Yeah, man, I've had a great time. So appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great night. Friday night, again, you want to go to gofan.com and get gofan.co and get your tickets secured for the game Friday night. Kickoff is at 6:30. So we'll be on the air about 6:20 Friday night from Baldwin High School, and look forward to seeing another Wildcat win. So as always, thanks everyone for joining us, and good night, everybody. Go Wildcats.
Broadcasting from Glen Baptist Church in the heart of Glen St. Mary, Florida, you're listening to 97.5 WFBB, the beacon of Baker County. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is the place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Stay home. two words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcat.
Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Baker County High School football on a Friday night here. Coming to you a little bit earlier than normal this week, coming to you from Baldwin High School, right here in Baldwin, Florida, about a 10-minute ride from the McClenny City line, and want to welcome you into Wildcat Football 2021, bringing you each game each and every week. Welcome to Week 10. Mike Cruz and Jackie Baker bringing you all the action tonight. The Wildcats come into tonight's ball game with a 7-2 record, a chance to go on the road and finish the regular season with an 8-2 record here tonight against Baldwin. It's a non-district contest, but like we talked about last week on the road at Suwannee, every game counts because of the RPI standings, and we'll talk about that more later on in the ball game. But a good one here tonight on the road as Baldwin comes into tonight's game with a 6-2 record. Baldwin looking to go 7-2 on the season. And they would love nothing more than here on senior night right here in Baldwin, Florida, they'd love nothing more than to knock off these Wildcats. Even though we're not a traditional rival of the Wildcats, they would love to get that win. And, Jackie, we couldn't ask for better weather for tonight's game.
I mean, you can say that. I'm freezing my tail off over here. Now, it is, the rain has subdued for now, so we were scared all week, really, and coming into today, I mean, it rained everywhere from Jacksonville all the way to Lake City and beyond, and all of a sudden, just right here in Baldwin, Florida, it's cleared up. The rain has stopped now. The winds kind of died down, and it is going to be a good night for football.
Yeah, well, it's one of those days when you walk outside in Florida, you think about this day coming in like January. You know, November, we typically don't see these type of days, and I don't have my farmer's almanac out, but, you know, typically, you know what I'm saying. But today, very cool, very, very chilly tonight. We thought ahead, though, Jackie. We've got jackets and we've got a tent here in the stadium and ready to go. So just in case it does rain, it's not raining at the moment. But like you said, it did rain a good bit of the day, so the field's got some moisture on it. You know, it's not raining here at the moment, but we've got the tent set up. We're ready to go.
Hey, you came prepared, man. I mean, I feel like I'm with Frank Frangie over there at the Jaguars doing the radio. You got us a tent set up. We're not going to get rained on tonight. Got our jackets on that you had made for us over there at Sports Shack.
Oh, yeah.
So we're living in hog heaven over here.
Hog heaven. So Wildcats doing battle tonight. Jackie, we talked with Coach Mays this week on the Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show on Monday night. We talked with Coach Mays about, you know, this matchup here tonight. And, you know, Baldwin, historically, they're a smaller school. They're a 3A school. We're a 5A school. Baldwin, historically, is going to have less players, so I don't know if that translates necessarily to depth on the football field. But they've got some players on this football field and some guys to watch out for. A couple of receivers, quarterback, some folks to keep your eye on. So, you know, the coach did express some concerns about our defense stopping their offense. But, you know, our defense has played lights out. You know, go all the way back to last week to Swanee. We actually threatened a shutout last week before, you know, letting some younger guys get in, and they scored a couple of late touchdowns in that ball game. But defense has played lights out. They're going to need to play lights out again tonight here against the Indians.
Yeah, anytime that your concern is our defense and their offense, I feel pretty good about going into the game. That's the matchup that I really like to see. And you're right, they got some dudes, Mike. You and I walked across the track earlier to come get set up as the players were just kind of showing up to the stadium, getting out, warming up. There was a couple dudes, man. They had to be 6'5", 6'6" over there that I was looking up to. And we saw 3 or 4 of them. So definitely going to be a matchup. And I lied to you. You said 3A. They're 4A now. 4A. Yeah. So they went from 27 people to 48 people here in the big city of Baldwin.
Population doubled. So, yeah, but, you know, for the Wildcats on offense, we've talked about this all year, and it's really just been a battle of getting this offense to be consistent on a week-in, week-out basis. And not only being consistent, but taking advantage of the opportunities you've got. You can remember games that we had early in the year when we left with 28 or 35 points and we felt like we could have had 50 or 60. Well, they've kind of worked through some of those problems. Last week, 21 first-half points against Swanee, and really took advantage of the opportunities that we had to score touchdowns last week. Noah Ray threw the ball really well. He's developed the entire year. So I feel like, Jackie, as well as the defense has played all year long, the offense now coming into their own and at the right time of the season as we head into the playoffs.
I would say the last 3 weeks, Mike, I mean, they have really turned the corner. We talked about it all season. They kind of stuttered at the beginning of the year, and then you would see flashes of a really great team and a team that is littered with seniors out there and what they were supposed to be, what the expectation was. But there would still be times in those games where you'd see the flash and then you'd see the old team. Well, I tell you, the last 3 weeks, I haven't seen much of the old team. This flashy team's out there. They're throwing the ball well. Noah Ray's playing really good. The line's doing what they need to do, opening big holes for these running backs. And Cam Smith, J-Mod Ruiz, those guys are just getting it done.
Yeah, and then the skill guys, you know, J-Mod Ruiz, an 86-yard touchdown reception last week. Cam Smith, still the speed back, and you combine that with Jamarian Baker and what he does, more of a power back, so to speak, and, you know, really kind of a three-headed monster when it comes to the skill position on this offense. And then they've got some other guys that have stepped up. Makai Mosley's caught some passes here of late. Last week we had a touchdown caught by number 20, which was, oh, my gosh, I had it. We called the wrong name on the air last week, which is why I wanted to fix it. But I'll get my my roster out, and we'll fix that. But either way, Jackie, you've seen some other guys step up. Is kind of the point. And as the season's gone on, and we hope to continue to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, the last 2 weeks, what I was really impressed with last week was Noah Ray has gotten comfortable with his legs. You know, we run a lot of zone read plays with Jamarian Baker and Cam Smith, and those guys is what everybody's looking for. And Noah Ray took a couple last week, and he decided to pull them. Saw a crease, and Noah Ray scored one with his legs and had another long run in that game against Swanee. So really just another facet of that offense that you have to prepare for now.
Yeah, Josh Holmes was the guy I was talking about that called the touchdown pass last week against Swanee. You've seen Makai Mosley catch some passes this year, along with Blake May is catching some passes. Cam Smith catches passes out of the backfield, and, of course, I mentioned J-Mod already. So you got some guys to throw the football to. Obviously, we've got some guys that can carry the ball, you know, so that the offense really coming into their own is kind of what I want to focus on tonight and see if we continue to see that progress, because you don't have long. You've got 7 days between now and next Friday, and, you know, for all you Wildcat fans out there, the Wildcats will host a playoff game next Friday night. We're either going to finish as the number 1 seed in our region or the number 2 seed. It all comes down to tonight, and that's those RPI standings that we were talking about. And that's why each game is so important. And a win tonight against Baldwin, who has a good record on this year, 6-2, even if that moves them to 6-3 on the year, that's still a quality win for us, which would probably propel us back into the number 1 spot in the RPI. But that's more of a halftime conversation. But that's what we've got on the line. But we're 7 days away, Jackie, 7 days away from hosting that playoff game in Memorial Stadium. So the offense has got to continue to develop. They've got to show the same thing that they've shown the last 3 weeks and really peak at the right time.
Yeah, this is when you want to see it, Mike. I mean, you're at the end of the season. This is the last regular season game. Normally, sometimes we get a bye in between the regular season and the playoffs. Not this year. You're going to roll right into it. So you got to keep rolling, like you said. Keep that offense moving in the right direction, and the defense just keep getting it done. And I think, from what I've seen the last couple of weeks, we are peaking at the right time.
And that's important. You know, if you go back and look at this Major League Baseball season, Jackie, early in the year, the Phillies dominated the Braves, Jackie. And if you look at the end of the year, they won like 11 games apiece in the series. But who was playing better at the end of the year?
The World Series champion.
Absolutely, and that's what happens. You know, so when you're playing better at the end of the year, you want to see that roll into the playoffs, and that's what we're looking for. So, captain's coming out on the field, getting ready to go here. The Wildcats coming out from the west side of the stadium tonight, ball out from the east side. They had senior night here tonight, so they've just finished with senior night activities. We're getting ready for the national anthem here, and we've got some guys coming out to be captains here for the Wildcats. Jackie, looks like Jamarian Baker is going to be out there, and then some offensive linemen.
Yeah, himself out there looks like Ian Doyle, and then Caleb Tressler there from the defensive line spot, man. A high motor guy that's been getting it done all year, undersized defensive lineman, but plays his heart out, leaves it all on the field every Friday and does a good job.
Well, we're going to break 3 minutes for the national anthem, and when we come back, we'll have Wildcat football here from Baldwin High School. The Indians of Baldwin taking on the Wildcats of Baker County. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Captains on the field. We're moments away from kickoff here at Baldwin High School as the Wildcats of Baker County make the trip 10 minutes down US 90 over to Baldwin to face the Indians, who, I tell you, Jackie, there's a lot of energy in this stadium coming from that Baldwin football team. They want to win this football game.
Yeah, I mean, and we've talked about this for a few years now, Mike. This is their Super Bowl. To beat Baker County in football, I mean, there is not a greater honor in Baldwin Indian football history to do that, and I don't know if it's ever happened.
I mean,
in a regulation game.
Well, here's the thing: you got to remember, most of the time that we face Baldwin, it's in like a kickoff classic situation where, you know, the varsity plays a half and the JV plays a half, and so it's not really a regulation game, so to speak. So, you know, I don't know that it ever has either, Jackie. I can tell you this. I've been on the radio here for 25 years, and it hasn't happened in those 25 years. So if it did, it happened a long time before that. That's about all I can tell you. The Wildcats dressed in white jerseys with the black pants tonight. I haven't seen the black pants with the white jerseys a lot, with the black helmets. And Baldwin, all black. Black pants with the black jerseys trimmed in white numerals with the black helmets. So these two teams, other than the Wildcats having the white jerseys and Baldwin having black, that's the only thing. They look very similar as far as uniform combinations go tonight. But the Wildcats over on the west side of the stadium getting prepared to come to midfield, and then the sideline. Baldwin coming out now, and you can see, Jackie, they are looking at the Wildcats, and they are fired up on the Indian sideline.
Yeah, I like it. Little intensity out here on senior night.
Wildcats come out, do some flips as they head out toward midfield. The Wildcat fans get behind them. It looked like I couldn't see. I didn't have the best vantage point of what the referee signaled, but it looked like he signaled that the Wildcats deferred and Baldwin would receive. So we'll see if that's true. It's the opposite. Baldwin deferred, the Wildcats will receive, and Baldwin will get the ball to start the second half. So Wildcats will get the ball moving left to right across your radio dial, but that's the good news for the Cats. You sent Cam Smith and J-Mod Ruiz back, and if we get a chance to return one, I don't know if you've got two guys that are better. Maybe back when Clifford Green and Dontre Stegall carried the ball for the Wildcats, I can remember us having two guys back there that were a threat every time they touched it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for two better guys out there. And they can pull away. I mean, these aren't just side-to-side speed guys. These are guys, when they see the crease, there's nobody on this field that's going to run them down.
Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Baldwin has it teed up. Roberts, the kicker for the Indians. He'll put a foot into it right there at the 40. The wind is blowing tonight. We'll see what kind of factor that plays in tonight's ball game. You know, we talked about the rain. Well, right now, there's no rain to speak of, but the wind continues to blow, and it's blowing hard here from behind our back, so I guess that would be a north wind coming, and probably why they call it a nor'easter or something like that, Jackie. I've never been a meteorologist in my life, but I would assume that's what that means. The north winds are blowing in.
That's when you reach ultimate dad status, because my dad can walk out and he's like, "Oh, you feel that nor'easter?" And I'm like, "No, it's a chilly day. It's a little windy today."
Baldwin's offsides on the kick to start the game here, so they're going to back it up 5 yards, 35. So it was a high short kick that they kicked the first time. Let's see if they do the same thing on the second kick, because J-Mod and Cam both kind of crept up here after that initial kick, but Baldwin was offside, so we'll do it again.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to keep it away from him, but J-Mod did a good job. He actually got under that last kick, so let's see if they try to go shorter here to keep it out of those guys' hands.
Well, you can bet that's what they talked about, but you know how it goes with kicking games in high school. The way that it was talked about is not always the way it's executed.
I was going to say, yeah. The preparation is always the easy part. Execution on Friday nights.
All right, so here we go. With some suspense, they're going to kick it up short. One of the Wildcats takes it very short, right at the 45-yard line of Baker County, and it's going to be returned across midfield into Baldwin territory, and the Wildcats are going to have great field position. So that's what happens when you're trying to avoid a home run and you end up kicking it short. You give great field position to the other team.
Yeah, I guess that's better than a touchdown, but I don't know why you would want to give them real good field position on your side right here. You're going to start close to the 40-yard line.
Yeah. Wildcats in Baldwin territory to start the football game. We'll call it the 41-yard line. Noah Ray brings the team to the line of scrimmage, and here we go. Jamarian Baker in the backfield. The Wildcats will split three receivers to the right. Now Cam Smith goes in motion. Ray takes the ball, gives to Jamarian Baker. Jamarian Baker fights inside the 40, and he's going to get down to around the 38-yard line, a gain of maybe 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, and that time, just a staple of this Wildcat offense. Give it to Jamarian Baker. Let's see what we get on first down, and he picks up good yardage.
Second down, 7. Noah Ray takes it. He's going to give to Cam Smith. Smith's got a hole to the left side, and Smith on his feet down the sideline, and Cam Smith inside the 20 and fights his way all the way down inside the 20 down to the 15.
Hey, and you think Cam Smith shifty and fast. At the end of that run, there was one man to beat on the sideline, and Cam Smith just gave him a little shoulder and knocked him off his feet.
I said the 15. It's actually inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. First and goal for the Wildcats. We go fast here, and we're going to get a flag as one of the linemen pulled up, but it looked like the official had not signaled the ball ready for play, so maybe not a flag. That's what it was.
Yeah, we got a break.
Yeah, we got a break. They weren't ready for play. So here we go. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Jamarian Baker's going to pile in there, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing that time as we tried to go straight up the middle, and the Baldwin Indian defense was up to the task that time. We'll call it a gain of 1. It'll be second and goal from the 5.
Yeah, and then I tell you what, this has been where we've struggled if we have, all year long. It's been when you get inside the red zone here where you just got to start overpowering people.
Second down and goal. Ray in the backfield. It looks like Jamarian Baker might have moved early. It's a little zone read, and Ray kept it. One of the receivers signals touchdown, but they're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Third down and goal now coming up for the Cats. First possession of the night, 10:36 to go here in the first quarter, and the Wildcats knocking on the door, third and goal. From the 1-yard line, Ray takes it, and he's going to give it to Baker. He's hit and goes into the end zone. He spins off the tackle, and the Wildcats, in just 6 plays on the opening possession of the night, score a touchdown, aided by great field position after the kickoff, Jackie, but the Wildcats offense does what we've done the past 3 or 4 weeks, and we go right down the field and score first.
A minute and 36 seconds off the clock, Mike. My goodness, and you heard Larry Birkins there for the Birkins Chevrolet touchdown. He creeps up on me every now and then.
What did he say, Jack?
He said, just come on.
Blake Mays in to attempt the extra point. 6-0 lead for the Wildcats, 10:24 to go in the quarter, and the snap is fumbled. The Wildcats trying to kick the extra point, and it just kind of slipped out of his hands. Not sure if that had to do with the wet field conditions here tonight, but the extra point doesn't get kicked as it was never set down to be kicked.
And now we got a flag, a late flag here at the...
Well, both teams are running off the field, so it's after the play. So it just depends on who it's on. And it's going to be a personal foul after the play against the Wildcats, which is going to back us up on the kickoff 15 yards. So, I'm sorry, against Baldwin. So it should move us up to the 50-yard line or the 45 of Baldwin to kick this off. So not only did Baldwin give us great field position on the kick, looks like we're going to be able to kick a touchback.
Yeah, Blake Mays, he put a leg into one last week on a similar penalty at the end, moved it up, and he kicked it well out of the back of the end zone. So this is a huge advantage here for the Wildcat special teams unit.
Yeah, and that wasn't a personal foul. It was an unsportsmanlike. So an unsportsmanlike on one of the Baldwin players, and you can only get one of those a night. Second one, you're ejected. So Baldwin definitely doesn't want to see that only a minute and a half into the ball game.
No, and that's listen, I'm all about, we've talked about it a long time, Mike. We're all about the energy and the confidence going in, but at the same time, you got to control these guys because just like you said, a minute 36, and you got an unsportsmanlike.
Kick's going to head toward the end zone over there and be a touchback here as Blake Mays gets it into the left corner. And the Wildcats with a 6-0 lead. And Baldwin will start from the 20-yard line, first down and 10.
We go back to that extra point, and we talked about how cold it was, and it has been wet all day, so the field's wet. But, man, when your hands get cold, too, trying to grab that football if you're the holder, I can see where that could be challenging tonight.
Absolutely. Baldwin offense getting set to come out on the field. The Wildcat offense went straight down the field, 6 plays, and Jamarian Baker scored from 1 yard out to open up the scoring here for the Cats. Cats trying to go 8-2 on this season. They're undefeated in district play. The Wildcats ended district play last week against Swanee, 4-0 in the district, but a chance here tonight to finish 8-2 and try to climb back into the number 1 spot in the region. First down and 10 for Baldwin. Quarterback in the shotgun. Left-hander throws it down the right sideline.
Oh, wow.
The defensive back for the Cats fell down, but that was a wobbly pass that was up for grabs.
Oh, my goodness. He better be lucky. I think that was Jamil Jones over there. Or, no, that's Carlos, I think. I couldn't tell who it was, but either one, Jamil Jones or Carlos Jefferson, is going to pick that ball off if he doesn't lose his footing there.
I think that was Jones, number 5, Jamil on the far sideline. He's got 8 interceptions, Jackie, and that leads the area in interceptions statistic-wise for this Wildcat football team. That's almost one a week. Here we go. Second down play, 2nd and 10. Snap back to the quarterback. They're going to run it straight up the middle, and the Wildcat defense is all over the back in the backfield, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. Camilo Rollins is there, Orlando Hollins there, and a host of Wildcats bring the ball carrier down, and it'll be 3rd down and 14.
Orlando Holland did a great job that time of setting the edge. We saw him get pitched inside a few times against Swanee. That time he sets the edge and gets a hand on the running back, and Camilo Rollins cleans it up.
3rd down, 14 now. Baldwin finds themselves in a hole. 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. Cats on top, 6-0. We failed the extra point attempt. It was a bad hold. We just lost it. 3rd down play. Quarterback going to run the zone read. He's going to run to the right side, and he's going nowhere. And the Wildcat, Orlando Holland again with a big hit on the quarterback here. And it's going to be 4th down and very long.
They threw a flag, Mike, and I really hope this isn't going to be targeting of some sort.
Well, it's far enough back where, you know, these fouls, it's a personal foul against the Cats, but these fouls don't carry an automatic first down. So they need about 17 yards for the first down here, so a 15-yarder is probably not going to be a first down.
And I couldn't see what he called, Mike. He was behind all the players there when he called it. And
well, I just saw that he made the signal of a personal foul, you know. So now it's going to be, instead of 3rd down and 15 like it was, it's going to be like 3rd and 1.
Jeez.
Oh, big play for the Wildcats, wiped away by penalty. The Wildcats are all over the quarterback in the backfield again, and we're going to get another sack. Orlando Holland again. Quarterback has nowhere to go against this defense of pressure that the Wildcats are putting on him right now.
No, Orlando Holland, my goodness, he's getting his money's worth early tonight. He's been in on every offensive play of Baldwin, and almost puts them back to the original line of scrimmage on that play.
Yeah, and they would have had like a 4th and 17. Now they've got a 4th and 8. That was a 7-yard loss on the sack play, and Baldwin is going to have to punt it away. 8:54 to go in the first quarter. Cats on top, 6-0. Cam Smith is going to go back to return this punt. He stands at the Wildcat 45-yard line. A lot of wind up there, Jackie. I'd love to see Cam come up a little bit and see if we can return this thing. Wildcats are going to get close to a block here, and it's going to be an end-over-end kick. That was a very high snap and almost disaster for the Baldwin punt team. Special teams look like it's going to be tough tonight with the wet conditions, the wind on the field, and the Wildcats here. Second time with the ball, Jackie, going to get great field position up around midfield.
I don't know how Orlando Holland and Ronnie Ellis didn't block that kick. we were right back there. Hunter did a good job to get that, but you're right, going to give us good field position again and a great showing by the defense, exactly what we wanted them to do. I mean, if that's what Coach Mays was worried about, the offense for Baldwin, we came out and made a statement there on their first drive.
Call it the 47-yard line. First down and 10. Noah Ray going to fire one across there. He had Blake Mays coming across the middle, and not sure if who was in the wrong there. Noah thought he was going to keep running, and Mays stopped there. So either way, it's incomplete.
Yeah, I thought he had him right. Baldwin in a little zone defense there and tried to hit Mays in the seam and just overthrew him a tad.
Just a little out in front. Would have been a big gain for Blake Mays as he had a chance to catch that one and run with it a little bit. Second down play, 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. Now, J-Mod Ruiz goes in motion. Noah Ray takes it, going to give it to Jamarian Baker. And Jamarian Baker's got a hole as he blasts across midfield and down to the Baldwin 40-yard line and into Baldwin 39. A gain of 14 on the carry by Jamarian Baker.
That picks up a big first down there, and if you're going to let this rushing attack get going, you got to be careful.
First down and 10 now. Wildcats hand it off to Cam Smith here, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Call it 2. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, got tripped up as soon as he tried to get to the line of scrimmage. Like he tripped over one of the offensive linemen's feet, but picks up 2 yards regardless.
2nd down 8. Noah Ray looks to the sideline. Wildcats at the 37 of Baldwin here, leading 6-0. 7:40 to go in the first quarter. Ray takes the ball, and he's going to fake it and run to the right side. And there you see the wet conditions a little bit as Ray tried to make a cut that time. Looked like he slipped down just a little bit. Gain 3 on the play, though. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that's a couple plays now where you can see the field conditions really coming into play for this Wildcat team.
3rd down and 5. Ray takes it, and it's going to be batted at the line of scrimmage. He was trying to look to the right side. He was going to throw one in the area of Cam Smith over here on the right sideline, and it's batted by one of those linemen, got his hands up. Are we in 4-down territory here?
Yeah, I think so. You're kind of in no man's land right now, and as well as your defense just played on that first series.
4th down, the Wildcats don't hesitate. Noah Ray to the line of scrimmage, and he's given a hard count here. Baldwin's not biting, not to start with. Let's see. Play clock running down here. Wildcats from right around the 35-yard line. Looks like we're going to take a delay, Jackie, and punt this thing away. That's what it appears. Baldwin did not bite on the hard count, so there's the flag. 5 yards. The Wildcats will take the delay a game, and we'll punt it. That's disappointing with the field position they had.
Yeah, it is, and I'll tell you, if Noah Ray doesn't slip on that 3rd down or 2nd down play, he probably picks up a first down right there. He had room to run. Slips, doesn't get it, and then gets the ball batted on 3rd down. So just a terrible back-to-back plays there. Just misfortune for the Wildcat offense that time.
Jamil Jones drops the punt. He stands right at midfield, and now the Wildcats have to call a timeout. They didn't have enough guys on the field, and we have to burn a timeout here to get the right personnel out there, and that's not going to make Coach Mays happy.
No, he's definitely not happy about that. When special teams timeout because you don't have somebody out there. Everybody knows who's on the punt team this week.
Let's take a 30-second timeout here. The Wildcats on top 6-0. When we come back, Baldwin will have the ball as the Wildcats get prepared to punt here. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Baldwin now for the second possession of tonight is going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. They started the first possession at the 20. Couldn't get anywhere as the Wildcat defense sacked the quarterback twice on that last possession for Baldwin. Now the Wildcats punted away. Touchback just rolls into the end zone. Jamil Jones had a good punt there trying for the left corner and it just snuck into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. 1st and 10, Baldwin again from their 20.
Yeah, it was a good punt by Jamil Jones. I thought we had a chance to down it there inside the 5. Jamil Jones doing a great job back there.
1st down and 10 for the Indians from the 20-yard line. They're going to run straight up the middle against this Cat defense. And once again, the Cat defense up to the challenge. It's going to be tough for Baldwin to get rolling against the middle of that defense. That was a gain of 1.
Yeah, there's just nothing doing there. I think Baldwin's had the privilege all season of being able to throw it around and get outside, but Cat defense, man, this is just something different, not just 4A or 5A. It's Cat defense I'd put up against a lot of teams in the state.
2nd down and 9 now for the Indians from the 21-yard line. DeBose was the ball carrier on the last play. Now it looks like Buggist is in the backfield with the quarterback. Takes the snap, looks to the left side, and that's nowhere near the receiver, as he was just trying to run a timing route to the receiver on the near sideline here, and they could not connect.
Nah, Ronnie Ellison, great coverage that time. Trying to get some of these long and lean wide receivers involved, Mike. Like we talked about before, I mean, you can see him, number 4, number 3, a couple guys down there, I mean, standing a helmet above their teammates in the huddle. So, third down play for the Indians now. Quarterback is Ethan Krause. He's a senior, 6'2", 190 pounds. He stands in the pocket here. He's a left-hander. 3rd down and 9. 5:40 to go in the quarter. Krause is going to be under a lot of pressure. He bails out and finds a receiver over here alone on the sideline. He makes the catch, but we're going to have to check the spot. He's going to be out of bounds, short of the 1st down by about 3 yards. Yeah, Krause, hey, he did a good job that time. He had Cavs coming in there bearing down on him, and he made a little duck move there, able to escape Cavs, but threw that ball off his back foot, just trying to get rid of it.
4th down, call it 4 that Baldwin needs for the 1st down. They're going to have to punt again here. They had to punt on the first possession. Now the Wildcat defense stops them again. And early on in this game, this will be the 3rd punt out of 4 possessions. The Wildcats scored on our first possession of the game, but since then there have been 3 straight punts, 2 by Baldwin, 1 by the Wildcats. And if that type of snap continues, we're going to get a block before the night's over, Jackie.
Yeah, he bobbled that one. That one wasn't high. That was right in his chest, and he just missed it.
But it takes a roll for Baldwin all the way down to the 30, so the worst field position now for the Wildcats. We're going to take a timeout here, 30 seconds, and send it back to the station. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Back from the mid-quarter timeout here, 4:48 to go in the first quarter of play. The Wildcats with a 6-0 lead, and Jackie, during the break there, Cam Smith broke off about a 30-yard run, and following that, Jamarian Baker goes 9 and into the referee here, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 1 after the official timeout.
Yeah, the referee got caught up in a bunch of big bodies moving around in there, and unfortunately laid the smackdown on Jamarian Baker, so it was a good hit there by the back judge. Just rushing attack, though, Cam Smith and then Jamarian Baker. Again, that's our bread and butter, has been the last couple of years. And those guys, when you get that going and it's effective, you can blow a game out because then it opens up so much more for this Wildcat offense.
4:46 to go, first quarter. Wildcats 6, Baldwin nothing, but Wildcats again with good field position here. 2nd down, call it 2. Noah Ray, pump fake at the line of scrimmage. He's going to fire one out. He's got Mekhi Mosley, and Mekhi Mosley is down the sideline. a good catch and run for number 12, Mekhi Mosley, and a good pass from Noah Ray puts the Wildcats in business down to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good throw by Noah Ray, and Mekhi Mosley, another player just kind of coming into his own these last couple weeks, Mike, and picking up big possession receptions.
Ray in the shotgun now. Wildcats in business. Handoff to Jamod Ruiz running to the left side on the jet sweep. Jamod's going to get around the corner, and Jamod's going to bounce out of bounds over there after a good gain inside the 10-yard line. We'll have to check it. Our vantage point's not the best going to that end zone, so I'm watching the down marker. It's a gain of about 7 for Jamod, maybe 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, it's kind of like the sun setting with this field. Mike has got such a crown in it when they run to the far side. They lose about 7 foot of elevation.
2nd down play. Jamarian Baker's going to fight toward the end zone here, and Jamarian Baker close to the goal line, and they're going to say he's down at the 1.
Keep shortness on this side, man. Maybe he can't see over the crown either if the ball's crossing the plane or not.
I'm telling you, the crown of the field, Jackie, looks like it's about eye level to me from here. You know, it's like a big mountain across there. 2nd down, or 1st down and goal here from the 1-yard line, and Jamarian Baker's going to get it again, and this will be his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Come on.
Both of them from 1 yard out, as the Wildcats now take a 12-0 lead here with 3:17 to go in the opening quarter.
And you heard Larry Perkins tell that big diesel out there, Jamarian Baker, just come on, score your 2nd touchdown of the night.
Well, Larry, listen, Larry's paying so much attention that he just doesn't waste any time. He just brings it. Come on. 3:17 to go. Opening quarter, the Wildcats didn't get that first extra point, so now we're going to go for 2. We just run it right up the middle, line it up and crash it in, and it'll be – oh, they're going to call it.
Oh, my God, of course they are. Of course they are.
Hard to see the flags on the field. I tell you, Baldwin, listen, Jackie, I won't ever make fun of anybody's field, but Baldwin's field is just not in good condition tonight. So some of those flags kind of blend in with the dirt that's out there. I was talking to the folks from Baldwin earlier before the game, and they were talking about the fact that the sprinkler system wasn't working when we were so dry a few weeks ago. You remember we had so much water. We had so much water for weeks and weeks and weeks this entire summer. It was just so wet around here. And then the last 2 months, you would think that, you know, we were in the desert somewhere.
Yeah.
So they lost a little bit of the grass here at the stadium, but you know, overall, it's about that time of year to lose your grass anyway, right?
Yeah, I quit cutting mine about 3 weeks ago. My wife's not happy, but it finally quit growing. At 2 foot high, it quit growing.
So after all that, Blake Mays kicks the extra point for the Cats. This time the snap and hold are good, so the kick is good. So Blake Mays 1 for 1 tonight on extra points, makes it a 13-0 ball game. 3:17 to go opening quarter, and Jackie, 3 possessions for the Cats, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, doing a good job. I mean, that time just kind of let's go to the bread and butter and give it to Jamarian and Cam and J-Mod, and those guys punch it in.
Blake Mays, a good kickoff inside the 10-yard line. The return man coming out across the 15 to the 20, and he's getting down the sideline, and a good return for Baldwin. As he gets all the way out across the 35 to the 40-yard line or so, it'll be 1st down and 10, and they'll have good field position.
Hey, he turned the corner, and he opened it up. But I'm going to tell you this. I didn't see who it was, but there was a Wildcat that knocked him off his feet.
Yeah, no doubt.
At about the 42-yard line. My goodness, but a good return nonetheless. You caught it. Even Baldwin having trouble. He did slip when he was taking that ball deep there.
First 2 possessions, Baldwin started at their 20-yard line. This time they'll start out to the 38-yard line. A little better field position, and they're going to run a Wildcat formation here as Krause is not on the field. But out of that Wildcat, they get a false start, and they're going to back up 5 yards before they even get going here.
Yeah, I'd start digging into the playbook a little bit now. They're going to the Wildcat. Again, Baldwin this year been able to get it to those tall receivers we talked about before the game, but so far tonight with the conditions, weather conditions, field conditions, and the condition of this Wildcat defense, all kind of conditions. They ain't had a chance to get it done.
1st down 15 after the false start penalty. Now looks like they're going to stay with the I can't tell. From our vantage point, it's hard to tell. They changed quarterbacks is what it is. Kraus has left the game. Let me check the roster here and see who this is. Baldwin, but they run the ball up the middle, little zone replay that time, pick up about a yard.
And Kraus looks fine. I see him on the sideline over there, just trying something different.
Number 11 is Hitchens, Josh Hitchens. He's going to fire it to the right side. He's a right-hander, and that ball's going to be caught on the far sideline and bring up third down, or it's incomplete. Third down play coming up, 3rd down and 9. One of the linemen there lost his helmet. He looked like he was in some pain. No, it was a catch, Jackie. I thought he caught it.
I did too. It was a little screen pass is what it was, and one of the Wildcats read it, so I thought maybe he knocked it out, but it was a catch.
This line judge on this side signaled incomplete, so not sure what he was looking at. 3rd down play, 3rd and 5 now. Hitchens hands off to the running back, and the running back's met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get close to the 1st down, but he's going to be a yard short.
He's going to be a yard short. Now Baldwin, with 2:13 down 13-0, is going to run right out there and go for it.
A little different look here with Hitchens running the quarterback spot. Number 11, Hitchens, he is a junior quarterback for this Baldwin team. He's going to try to get the Wildcats to jump off with a hard count of their own, and Wildcats not falling for it. Now they're going to snap it. 4th down and 1. Hitchens running to the left. Blasted. Camilo Rollins blasted him, and that's going to be no good.
Oh, my goodness. Camilo Rollins just hit Hitchens harder than I've seen anybody get hit all year. My goodness.
4th down play. Baldwin trying to convert shy of midfield there, and the Wildcats going to get great field position here as Camilo Rollins just split the gap and drilled the quarterback. He had no chance.
Oh, my goodness. Hitchens, I thought he had a little lane there, and he tried to come to the left side, and there was a hole. And I'll tell you who filled the hole before Hitchens got there, and that was my man Camilo Rollins. My goodness, knocked him out of his shoes.
1st down and 10 Cats. Noah Ray takes the snap. Hand off to Cam Smith, running to the right side, and Cam Smith's got the hole, 25-20. Cam Smith all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and there's just no substitute for speed. If Cam Smith goes inside the 10, it'll be 1st and goal for the Cats.
And what field vision Cam Smith has. As he's running that ball, he's just seeing little creases here and there, picking his way through there, and you called it no substitution for speed as he just outruns a bunch of them.
1st down and goal for the Cats, Noah Ray. One play into this drive, Wildcats knocking on the door again. Going to run Noah Ray on the fake jet sweep to J-Mod, and Noah Ray pushes her upfield for about 3, maybe 4. It'll be 2nd and goal from around the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and that time he faked the end around to J-Mod, and looked like the line kind of gave up on it a little bit. They pushed. Noah Ray had a hole.
2nd down, Noah Ray in the shotgun, sends Ruiz in motion again. He's got Cam Smith in the backfield. Smith's going to carry it straight ahead. And Smith met at the line of scrimmage, maybe upfield for a yard, but not much. It'll be 3rd and goal. Cats need about 4 here.
And that's what I'm talking about, man. This is when you just wish that offensive line, who does a good job, get inside here. You just got to move people. You got to be a plow down there and just move people off the ball.
3rd down and goal. Now Wildcats trying to convert for the 3rd time tonight. Noah Ray looking to the end zone, fires one left side, and it goes out of bounds. Noah Ray was under a little bit of pressure that time, and he had to look for his bailout to the sideline, and it's incomplete, and the Wildcats are going to send the kick team on the field.
Oh, man, that's disappointing. Disappointing to have a couple big plays like that and get inside the 10-yard line and can't convert. And, again, if we've had an Achilles heel, that's been it. We get inside the 10-15 and things tighten up a little bit, and we just have a hard time.
We'll call this a 30-yard field goal for Blake Mays. The kick is on the way. He's got plenty of leg, and that kick is drilled down the middle. Blake Mays with the field goal gives the Wildcats 3 more points as the first quarter ends, and the Wildcats with a 16-0 lead as we'll head to quarter number 2.
Yeah, good kick by Blake Mays and a good job by Noah Ray, the holder, as the rains kind of come back a little bit. Mike has started sprinkling about 2 plays ago. So these field conditions, what we thought.
The best thing about that kick, Jackie, you saw it was from the right hash, and Blake Mays had to kick that back to the left side, which to me is the harder kick for a field goal kicker. From the other side, you can kind of push it to the right. From this side, you've actually got to hook it back to the left, and he did so beautifully, and it went right down the middle.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Every time I get that 8-iron out, I just know I got to hook it just a little bit.
Hey, the Wildcats 16 and Baldwin nothing. That ends the first quarter. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed, or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Stay home. 2 words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcats.
Wildcat football here tonight, 2021. Game number 10 for the Wildcats. The Wildcats 7-2 on the season so far. Coming over to Baldwin, Florida here, 10 miles up the road from Baker County. And Wildcats trying to get another win here tonight and go 8-2 on the year. High kickoff from Blake Mays is fair caught by Baldwin. And they'll take it from right around the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Wildcats lead at 16-0 here. First play of the second quarter upcoming. Hitchens stays in there at quarterback. They're going to run the ball up the middle. This is Don Terrio Stuggs, and he's going to run the ball out to the 30-yard line. A good gain on first down. I'm sorry, to the 40. A first down, a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, and that was just a missed tackle that time as the defensive lineman had him at the line of scrimmage and let him go, and he picked up a first down. And I'm going to tell you what, the back judge there, the guy in the middle, he better start ducking and diving because he about got trucked again. He keeps finding himself right in the middle of the play.
Yeah, he already had that happen one time. First down and 10 now from the 40-yard line. Hitchens stays in the game for Baldwin. He's the right-handed quarterback, the junior. He's going to run this one straight up the middle again, and the Cats say nothing to it. This time, you fooled me the first time, but Toby Kinghorn was not fooled the second time.
No, Toby Kinghorn tracks it down from behind. And when he grabs a hold of you, you're not going to go forward anymore. And he throws him down for a yard. I go back to that kickoff, man. People listening on the radio obviously didn't see it. It looked like something out of Cobra Kai. He called for the fair catch. Looked like somebody just split the legs out from under. Sweep the leg. Just split the leg, and he fell flat on his back. I've never seen anything like it. That was funny.
Second down and 11 now. Hitchens, the quarterback, looks to the sideline. They've got 3 receivers to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Second down. They send the back in motion. Hitchens fires to the left side. Catch made over there, but the Wildcats do a good job closing on the receiver. He might have gotten upfield for 5 or 6 here, and a missed tackle on that far sideline.
That was 2 missed tackles. We had a chance again to get him right at the line of scrimmage as soon as he caught the football, and he escaped that one and made one more Wildcat miss over there. So it's not a whole lot doing those. Still going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, still a 3rd and fairly long or 3rd and medium situation here for Baldwin. They just have not had any success getting first downs tonight against this Wildcat defense. 3rd down play. They've got 1 on this series. Other than that, very few first downs tonight. 3rd down play. Quarterback Hitchens takes the snap in the shotgun, and he's going to just run to his left. And Hitchens is going to be out to the 49-yard line, but I think he's going to be a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to depend on the far guy's spot there. Our guy down here, he had it short. And it looks like he is going to be, they're going to call 4th down here, so a little bit short.
The ball is right on the crown of the field, in the middle of the field, Jackie, and if you look at the down marker, you can see the ball just over the top of it. That's how high that crown goes. 4th down and 1. Baldwin now 2 receivers to the right. Quarterback Hitchens in the backfield, and the Wildcats come across, and they run the hard count here on 4th down. They only needed a half yard, and we're going to give them 5.
That's unbelievable, as I heard at least 17 fans of Baker County yell to watch the ball. I thought for sure we had that part of it covered.
Baldwin trying to answer the Wildcats here. 16-0, the Wildcats lead. 2 touchdowns and a 30-yard Blake Mays field goal just a moment ago, make it a 16-0 ball game. Hitchens drops straight back to throw. He fires one down the left sideline, and it's going to be nearly intercepted by the Cats on the far sideline. Every pass that Baldwin has thrown has been behind the receiver tonight, Jackie.
Yeah, Hitchens doesn't look comfortable throwing the ball. The other guy, Krause, when he started, he at least looked comfortable throwing, which, again, is what they've had success doing on offense all year. And I think Hitchens has come in to try to get some things going on the outside and just nothing doing so far.
2nd down and 10 now. Baldwin inside Wildcat territory for the first time tonight. They're going to run the ball straight ahead. A gain of maybe 3, maybe 4 in the middle. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, they're going to give him 4 yards there, almost 5. So maybe finding a little success there in the middle of the field where no other teams really had any on this Wildcat defense.
9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 16-0, the Wildcats lead. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for Baldwin. And they may be in 4-down territory here inside the 40 of the Cats. They're going to run it right up the middle, and he's met by Cavs. Cavs met him in the hole, and he's going to throw him for a loss. And that may change their mind. I was thinking it might be 4-down territory, but here, after that play, it's going to be 4th and at least 7.
Yeah. That was a great play that time by Cavs. Again, just filling the hole, but they're going to go for it. I was trying to watch, see maybe if they were going to put the unit out there, but again, down 16-0, and
Jay Maud's on the field back around the goal line here, so the Wildcats are thinking punt, but now Jay Maud has to hurry, and the Wildcats change personnel here as they come to the line of scrimmage to go for it. Jay Maud gets off the field. 4th down, here we go. They're going to go for it. You got to watch the ball here as that everybody's trying that hard count on this Wildcat football team. 4th down, Hitchens takes the snap. He's just going to run it to the right side and flags down before the play. Who moves? Timeout. Baldwin called timeout. Oh, Jackie, this wind. The wind just makes, I feel like it's dropped about 10 degrees since we've been here. What about you?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And the wind's picked up. The temperature dropped 10 degrees, and the wind's picked up 10 miles an hour, it feels like, as you can feel it whipping through our tent here. So
where are they at?
Keeps the rain off of our head. But the wind, don't stop the wind. You need to get some walls for this tent. Hey, you have it protected from the rain.
If we had a wall on the back, it'd be perfect because the wind's just hitting me in the back, and it's like, I don't know, 40 degrees out here. What do you think?
I need a wall and a propane heater. Make it happen.
Well, I don't know if I can make it happen tonight. We might be able to make it happen at some point in time. But tonight's not going to happen. 7:55 to go in the half. Wildcats on top, 16-0. Baldwin thought about it, going for it on 4th down, and now they're still going to go for it, but they changed their personnel somewhat here.
Didn't like the play.
Well, it's more of a Wildcat true formation here as Stuggs goes in there, and he's different. This is the 3rd quarterback in a row now, and Hitchens is going to take it and go up the middle, and he's not going to get the first down. I was confused by the play, Jackie. The personnel never lined up the way that we expected them to. And the Wildcats, after all that, though, are going to stop them on 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to hold there, and I think that's what they were trying to do. That was almost like a QB draw play, I think, Mike. So we haven't seen that offensive line. They got in a 2-point stance, like it was passed all the way, and then as soon as it opened up, he took off running. And the Wildcats were able to corral him, though, short of the first down. So this Wildcat defense holds again with a turnover on downs.
And if we recognize that, Jackie, when Hitchens is in the game, I mean, that's the most dangerous play they have with him is just the straight quarterback run. He's not going to throw the ball like Krause was earlier. So if we start to recognize that, we may be able to just tee off on that play. 1st down and 10, here we go. Cats from their own 35-yard line. Wildcats are going to run it straight up the middle with Davion as Noah Ray is going to check out now, and Davion is going to come in the game.
Yeah, Davion sidelined by injury early in the season, but he's back. First game back this year, and so we're going to get some reps in here with 7:22 left in the second quarter.
Davion Dean, number 17 for the Wildcats, freshman quarterback out there. He's going to give it off to Cam Smith, and Cam Smith's going to be hitting the backfield here. 1st down, we gained about 3. On 2nd down, we're going to lose half of that. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 9, and we don't have a sideline reporter. We've been lobbying for one for a couple of years, but it does look like Jamarian Baker's out of the game. Look like he came off with a shoulder injury.
3rd down now. Davion Dean, the quarterback. Wildcats move early here. One of our receivers came off the line, and he was down the field before the ball was snapped. It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
So just like that, man,
well, a lot of things happen when you change the quarterback. The cadence count, changes somewhat. Getting the plays in, getting the calls in changes. So, got to adjust to that here and see if we can pick up a 3rd and 15. Third down 15. Davion Dean going to fire one out there, and it's going to be intercepted. On the far sideline, the return is going to be inside the Wildcat 20-yard line as Baldwin gets a big turnover here as Dean fired one to the right side of the field that time, and it was picked off.
Yeah, picked off, and that time just jumped the route at Davion. Again, a freshman quarterback in there, Mike, and coming in to the sideline the majority of the season this year, and so getting his first start out there, or not start, but first playing time in a while, and that time just throws into traffic, and that ball's picked off, and so Baldwin going to take over deep in Wildcat territory for the first time tonight.
And I'm not sure here, if Coach Mays is just trying to get some other guys reps with this game, 16-0 in the first half, or if something happened with Noah Ray. He looks like he's trying to loosen up on the sideline. 6:27 to go. Baldwin now with their best field position of the night. 1st and 10 inside the Wildcat 20. Hitchens stays in the game at quarterback. The right-hander fires one toward the end zone, and he's got a receiver over there, but the ball just a little bit behind him again.
Yeah, that's he gets down there. That's that big number 3 we saw before the game again. That guy, he might be 6'7", Mike, and they just try to throw a jump ball to him that time. And Jamil Jones does a great job in coverage.
2nd down now, 2nd down and 10 for Baldwin. Again, their best field position of the night. They trail the Wildcats 16-0 here, but the Wildcats need to keep them out of the end zone. 2nd down play coming up. Hitchens in the shotgun for Baldwin. Hitchens is going to take the snap, rolling to his right, looking to throw. He's going to be hit and dropped by the Wildcats. Everybody was covered downfield. Hitchens just trying to scramble somewhat with it. Will be 3rd down. Loss of 3 yards on the sack makes it 3rd and 13. Jackie, did you think our tent was flying away there?
No, I'll be honest with you. I was not a Boy Scout or a sailor, so those knots I got tied in those ropes, I'm waiting to give any minute.
Well, we just need to check them a half. The wind is picking up here.
Yeah, it's starting to gust pretty good there. I know you brought the all-around tools that I need and some zip ties, so I may go back there and zip tie it up.
You can never go wrong with zip ties, duct tape. 3rd down and 13. Hitchens fires one to the right side. A catch is made, but the defender, DeHaven Clark, Jefferson stops the receiver right there. A gain of only 4 yards. It'll be 4th down and 9.
4th and 9, and a great play by Carlos Jefferson, who jumped all over that one, and that's a good throw that time by Hitchens because he throws it anywhere else. And Carlos Jefferson is going to have an interception of his own going the other way.
4th down 9 now. Baldwin from inside the Wildcats 20. Hitchens takes the snap. He's under pressure.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkin Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkin Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
We apologize, folks. We had a technical difficulty there as we went off the air for a moment, but we're back. 4:25 to go and counting here in the second quarter. Wild turn of events. We lost our connection at the wrong time. Jackie Baldwin on the fourth down play a moment ago. Hitchens, a wild scramble play from about 18 yards out, went in for the touchdown all the way across the field. And then Baldwin comes back, tries the onside kick. They get the ball. They've got it 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, a game, again, we've talked about this a couple of times, a game you've been in control of, and now it's 16-7. Wildcats leading with 3:50 left here in the second quarter.
7 points on the board for Baldwin. Hitchens now going to fire one down the left sideline. He's going to overthrow everybody. Good coverage over there by the Wildcats. And it'll be 3rd down. And is there a flag down? Is that going to be roughing the passer?
I didn't see. There is a flag, but I didn't see.
Flag deep in the backfield here from where Hitchens threw the ball, and it's going to be against the Cats here.
Jeez.
And that's going to give Baldwin the 1st down.
Better get him under control.
Inside the 40, all the way down to the 35-yard line.
I keep seeing him signal the personal foul, but I can't tell what he's calling. That time looked like the back judge there told Coach Mays maybe it was illegal hands to the face or a blow to the head. I couldn't really tell, but nonetheless, Baldwin's going to get 15 more yards and a 1st down.
Something in the area of the quarterback for sure. 1st down and 10 now. Nonetheless, Baldwin trailing 16-7 against these Wildcats, but good field position at the Wildcat 35. 16-7 ball game. Hitchens in the shotgun. Hitchens takes the snap, going to hand it straight ahead. The running back Smith is going to get inside the 35 and then drilled and pushed back. He might have gained about 3 or 4 on the play to make it 2nd and 7.
Toby Kinghorn and Big Nine just drove him all the way back and put him on his back, but not after he picks up 3 or 4 yards there on first down. So, crazy turn of events there. We talked about momentum in high school games, and for a split second there, Baldwin has some.
Oh, they've got it. They've got all the momentum right now. 2nd down. They trail the Wildcats by 9, 16-7. That field goal by Blake May is big at the moment. But 2nd down and call it 6 here. Hitchens in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw, fires one left side, just a short underneath pass, but probably going to be enough for the first down as they get inside the 30 down to around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, just those intermediate type routes on the outside, something this Wildcat teams had trouble defending all year long, and that's exactly what that was. Just trying to throw it right past the linebackers, and you called it. Going to be a first down here for Baldwin with 2:30 left in the second quarter.
First down and 10. Ball now down to around the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. They fire one across the middle. It's going to be behind the receiver and then complete. They were looking for a home run pass down the middle, and the Wildcats catch a break as they throw another one behind the receiver here. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Wildcats been in fairly good coverage again all night. You can hear that wind that time starting to whip out here, getting cooler, the wind getting harder. So playing conditions definitely not getting better for these teams.
2nd down, 10. Hitchens in the shotgun here. Wildcat fans holding their breath as Baldwin making a little here. Pass to the right side is knocked into the air by Kaz, and he almost had a Wildcat interception there, as you heard Jackie get excited, but falls to the ground incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Oh, I thought Kaz called his own number, like a little jump pass he threw himself there. He knocked that straight up in the air and had a chance to dive forward and pick it off. So a good play that time, just getting his hands up into the line of sight of Hitchens. So going to bring up 3rd and 10. Wildcats clinging to a 16-7 lead here.
Jackie, you told me before the game that these might be the worst conditions we've called a game in, and I'm just going to have to go ahead and agree with you. I don't remember a game that I've been so uncomfortable. 3rd down and 10. Hitchens in the shotgun here from the 21-yard line. Has 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Hitchens takes it, hands off to the running back in the backfield, and Smith's going to be hit about 3 yards upfield here, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 7. Don't get excited just yet. They scored on a 4th and 9 a moment ago as Hitchens ran about 100 yards from one side of the field to the other to get the touchdown against the Wildcat D. So watch for the quarterback scramble here, Jackie.
Yeah, no doubt. And that time, that defense did a good job, short gain. So 4th and 7, this Wildcat defense looking to get another hold. I tell you, I can't recall either this early in the game how many 4th downs a team has attempted. It feels like this is like the 6th or 7th one tonight.
Well, field position has been really kind of the driving force of that. Both teams have had field position where you didn't want to punt the football away, so you may as well go for it. And now Baldwin lets the clock run down to about 1:15 here, and they're going to call a timeout and think about it. But 4th down and 7 against this Wildcat defense, and I like my odds usually, but Hitchens has shown that he has some elusive ability from the quarterback position.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a lot of that this year, but one of those things that gives a lot of teams trouble when you got a guy back there where you have to cover the pass. He is throwing it a little better here these last couple series, but then when he can take off and run and make a couple people miss, he's done a very good job of that using his legs.
Well, Baldwin has decided they're going to try a field goal here, Jackie. Instead of going for it on 4th down, they send the kicker out. It's going to be about a 39-yard attempt, or I'm sorry, about a 36-yard attempt. They spot the ball right in the middle of the field, so they're right down the middle here, not on either hash. The kicker stands waiting for the snap. Snap is back, and the snap is fumbled. The Wildcats are going to get the ball. bad snap, and the Wildcats pick it up, and the Wildcats will take it first down and 10 going the other way. And Baldwin made the decision there, Jackie, made the decision not to go for it on fourth down, but to try the field goal, and the snap was never placed down, and the kicker never had a chance.
And again, we've done that a couple times tonight. You know, the first extra point of the night, Noah Ray couldn't get a handle on, so we ended up being a 13-0 ball game, and but able to come through and get a big field goal there. And that time, the weather conditions bite Baldwin on special teams.
First down and 10 now, Cats. First down and 10, Wildcats from the spot, and this is going to be a big run. The Wildcats are going to run it with Cam Smith out, and he's going to be near midfield on the carry, so a gain that time of about 25 on first down, and so now the Cats might go into hurry-up mode. New quarterback in the game for the Cats is Jabari Ruiz. Jabari Ruiz checks in the game now. Third different quarterback we've seen for the Cats tonight is Noah Ray. Injured one of his fingers on his throwing hand early in the game, Jackie. We're going to have to check on that and see what his status looks like. And these are the type of things you don't want to have happen as you're getting close to the playoffs.
Yeah, and listen, that's what I was talking to, and maybe you and I talked about it later this afternoon, but I've talked to a couple people about it today. This is a game, we talked about RPI a little bit, so a game you want to win so you can hopefully jump range to get back to that number one seed, but then a game in these conditions against a Baldwin team that really doesn't matter to us, do you risk an injury out here?
And we've seen a couple. You know, you mentioned Jamarian Baker was shaken up on a play earlier, and now Noah Ray not able to go, and Jabari Ruiz is in there. Jabari Ruiz, number 10 for the Cats. He's a junior quarterback, runs an option to the right side with J-Mod Ruiz, and J-Mod's going to be upfield right at the line of scrimmage, hit right there, and he's going to get out of bounds, which will stop the clock, but it'll bring up a second down and 11.
At 50 seconds left to go here in the second quarter, and after that play, not so sure you don't just try to get it in to the locker room here, up 16-7.
Ruiz in the shotgun, going to hand the ball off to Cam Smith again, and Cam Smith fights his way ahead for a couple of yards, but I think you're right, and that's what the Wildcats are going to be content to do here, is probably just run this clock out as we end the half. It's 16-7 Cat lead, and as I said a moment ago, Jackie, that it was getting colder here. Kelly Cruz says it's 73 in his living room. He's listening to the game. Ruiz again, shotgun here, third down and 10. Wildcats will run one more play, give it to Cam Smith, and Cam Smith's going to be hit at the line again as Baldwin keying on that play, and that'll end the half. Wildcats took a 16-0 lead early into this game. Baldwin scores here, though, middle way through the second quarter to make it 16-7. And now we've kind of got a game where we'll have to kind of hang on here in the second half and see if we can run our record to 8-2, Jackie. But a lot going on here. We'll talk about it during our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up in just a few moments. And we'll talk about some other things, but let's take a break here. We'll send it back to the station. Wildcats with a 16-7 lead at the half against the Baldwin Indians on the road. And we'll take a 5-minute timeout, and we'll come back with more Wildcat football here on WFBB.
Stay home. 2 words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcat. Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say go Wildcat.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkin Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkin Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkin Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State. Owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed, or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
And we welcome you back here from Baldwin High School in Baldwin, Florida. Just about a 10-minute ride from Baker County, Florida, all the way over here to Baldwin for tonight's Week 10 matchup between these Wildcats of Baker County and the Baldwin Indians. Mike Cruz, Jackie Baker, we welcome you back into the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report here tonight. And I want to thank Jack Baker and Justin Webb for keeping us with halftime stuff to talk about all year long, as those guys do a great job down there. 259-6332. Jack Baker and Justin Webb, your guys to call for any of your insurance needs in Baker County at the Baker County Farm Bureau. Jackie, 16-7, the Wildcats with the lead here, trying to move to 8-2 on the season. We've been hit with the injuries in the first half tonight. Jamarian Baker went out early. We have to check on him. Noah Ray went out. We've played 3 different quarterbacks, and we had a 16-0 lead, and things were running really well. And then all of a sudden, Baldwin gets a touchdown, makes it 16-7, gets an onside kick, makes it interesting. But the Wildcat defense able to keep them out of the end zone, and we ended the half 16-7. So we'll have to see what happens and what comes of this second half with some of these injuries the Wildcats are dealing with, and that's the last thing we need as we head toward the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I'm no expert by any means, but it doesn't look serious. It looks more precautionary. You want to win this game, don't get me wrong, but do you want to win it and get somebody hurt going into the playoffs next week? I think that's a trade-off that Coach Meese is willing to take to maybe get some of those guys out of there and not risk serious injury with sloppy field conditions tonight.
Well, we'll see how it plays out here as we get started in the second half in a few moments. But, Jackie, as we talk in our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report, we talked about the RPI standings last week and where things stood. So just to give Wildcat fans kind of an update, the way things sit, actually, after last week's RPI system updates, the Wildcats actually fell to the 2 seed because Raines, a district winner over in Jacksonville, moved into the number 1 slot. So as it stood before the game tonight, the Wildcats would have been the 2 seed heading into the playoffs next week, and we would have played Bishop Kenny in that scenario. However, I'll remind Wildcat fans it's all going to change again after this week. The system will update itself again on Sunday, and on Sunday the playoff brackets will be released. Now, here's what we do know. We know that Raines canceled their football game tonight, so with all that formula that's happening, you know, Jackie, you just don't know how it's going to play out. But you would think if the Wildcats could get a win tonight, move to 8-2 with Raines canceling their game, that might give us enough points to move back into that number 1 slot, but we just don't know.
No, that's the problem. And listen, I understand what the FHSAA is trying to do. They're trying to say, don't schedule cupcake games, go 10-0 in the season, and then you make the playoffs and get beat, you know, leaving out a team that is probably much better than you are. So I understand that. What I don't like is the weight of what each category consists of. So they break it up into 35% of your win percentage, so your record, then 35% of your opponent's record. So the 10 games you played this year, how well they finish is 35% of that. Well, then 30% of it is your opponent's record. So teams we don't even know, the teams we could care less to know how they do or what they do, have a 30% factor into this RPI number. Again, I get the concept. I would vote. We got a coach on the board or an ex-coach on the board, and Bobby Johns. And Bobby, if you're listening, I'd like to see it maybe go 50% of your own record, something you can control, and then maybe 30% your opponent's record, so it does encourage you to go out and schedule some teams, you know, that are worth playing, and then 20% opponents. But nonetheless, it takes 3 degrees of doctorate in accounting and minor in algebra.
And, you know, when it all plays out, there's a good chance that with a win tonight, we might see the Wildcats sneak back into that number 1 seed. But either way, here's what we do know. The Wildcats will host a playoff game next Friday night. As the district champion, we will host a playoff game next Friday at Memorial Stadium. If you have season tickets in the reserve section, in the center section at the stadium, you can pick up those tickets at the high school Monday and Tuesday. General admission tickets will be on sale at the stadium, as always, next Friday night. And I don't know about boosters, Jackie.
Stop by Farm Bureau throughout the week, and there'll be one night, Tuesday night. We'll be sitting up there until about 6 o'clock, so 5 to 6 on Tuesday night, and then any other time during the week, stop by Farm Bureau Insurance, and we'll get you squared away.
Jackie, tomorrow in college football, it's kind of a lackluster Saturday. You see these come through every now and then where you don't have a ton of what we call great matchups tomorrow, but a couple of games of interest, obviously, just because of the way that things have happened. Georgia, clearly the number one team in the country right now, is they had a good win against Florida last week, and Florida has things kind of unraveling a little bit. 4 wins on the season, 4-4. They sit right now nowhere near the top 25, a team that's got a lot of questions to answer as they head down the stretch. But the SEC game of the week tomorrow features Auburn, a team that's now moved to 6-2 on the year. Auburn, surprisingly, has come, after a couple of early losses this year, has kind of reeled off some wins in a row, and they face Texas A&M in the 3:30 slot tomorrow. That'll be a fun game to watch. I told you last week that Michigan State-Michigan game was going to be a good one to watch, and that the Ole Miss Auburn game last week was going to be a good one to watch. Both of those played true. They were good games to watch. Tomorrow, watch this Auburn-Texas A&M game at 3:30. That's one to certainly watch tomorrow. Another one to keep your eye on, Jackie, Florida State trying to come back. They almost take down Clemson last week. Tomorrow they host NC State. NC State, a 6-2 team, ranked number 19 in the country. A lot of people saying, hey, Florida State's getting it together. They're going to knock off the Wolfpack, but I'm going to tell you, I got a feeling the Wolfpack are going to roll in Tallahassee tomorrow. What do you think?
Oh, my goodness. You said knock off Clemson, like Clemson's the powerhouse of old. Those guys are reeling, too. And I can't say a whole lot, My poor Gators, I made a bold statement prediction in Suwannee County last Friday night. And unfortunately, I was celebrating for about a quarter and a half there, and with 2:55 left to go in the second quarter, my goodness, did the wheels fall off. So a lot of things to figure out down there in Gainesville as Scott Strickland and Dan Mullen try to right the ship down there.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow the Gators will take on South Carolina, I believe.
Yeah, South Carolina at 7 o'clock. So we're still in prime time,
Still in prime time. But a game that, you're going to have to see what plays out with the Florida quarterback situation. And here's what you didn't expect. A 4-4 Florida team facing a 4-4 South Carolina team. Florida definitely favored in the game, but not sure if Richardson, had a severe enough concussion last week to keep him out of the game this week or not. We'll check on that tomorrow. But either way, you got to find some way. The Gators' best chance is to go 8-4. They've got 4 winnable games here at the end of the year. If you can go 8-4 and salvage a bowl game, you might be able to sneak some recruits in, because right now things are just not going well in Gainesville.
No, not at all. And I'll tell you, I about gave myself a concussion after the game. As many times I had to answer my phone from all these Bulldog fans calling me up. These guys wait till the clock hits 0 before they were ready to call and celebrate. I didn't hear anything all week until Saturday at about 7:30. My goodness, my phone, good thing I bought more minutes.
Well, by that time, the nights and weekends had probably kicked in, so you were okay. But listen, if they don't win the national championship this year, it'll be 41 years since Georgia's won a national championship. And I've told all the fans, listen, Georgia's got a great football team. They're actually a fun football team to watch, which the way they play defense. But if they don't win it this year, Jackie, I don't know that Georgia will ever win another championship.
It'd be hard-pressed, I feel like they probably should have won one in the last 2 or 3 years. But you're right, as a complete team, as Kirby Smart has up there in Athens, if you don't win one this year, pack it up, send it off, mail it away.
That Auburn game tomorrow has a lot of significance because Auburn actually controls their own destiny here. Auburn could be the team that winds up playing Georgia in the SEC championship if they're able to win the remaining games they have on their schedule. So if Auburn were to run the rest of their games, now that's a tall task. They've got Texas A&M tomorrow. They face Alabama later in the year. But if Auburn could do that, they would be the team to face Georgia in the SEC championship. Most people still believe that Alabama will be there. But that'll be something to watch. We'll see. But not a lot of great games tomorrow, but we gave you a couple that you can check out. See how that goes. I tell you, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to watch them. See if it gets any better.
Yeah, we got to muster up something. I'm telling you. Then, listen, hey Kirby, I'll give Kirby credit. Saturday after the game, he said it. He said the key right there. The Jimmies and the Joes, a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, will beat the X's and the O's. Do I think Dan Mullen is a better X's and O's guy than Kirby Smart? Absolutely. Every day of the week he is. But right now, Kirby's got that thing headed in the right direction with the Jimmies and Joes. And, damn, we got to start giving – I'll take Jimmies or Joes. I don't need them both.
Well, we'll see how all that plays out. But we've got a second half to play here coming up in just a moment. I want to thank Baker County Farm Bureau again for sponsoring our halftime show. And stay tuned. All I can tell you of Wildcat fans, everything that we told you about the RPI standings and how all that works, if you just pay attention to, the Wildcat Booster Club Facebook or the Daily Growl Facebook, you'll get an update on who the Wildcats play after Sunday. Sunday night, the brackets will be released, and we'll know if the Wildcats are the number 1 seed or if the Wildcats would indeed be the 2 seed as we sit today. So we'll let you know that and more. But we'll start the third quarter here in just a moment, 16-7. The Wildcats lead Baldwin, but Baldwin did defer to the second half, so they will get the ball to start the second half. And Blake Mays has it teed up, and he puts his foot into it. High kick coming down toward the left side over there. Baldwin's going to go back, and he actually went back, got the ball inside the 5-yard line, turned to run, and slipped down. And Baldwin's going to start at around the 1, maybe the 3-yard line here. My goodness.
What a kick that time by Blake Mays, and I'm not sure what that return team for Baldwin's doing. They've done it a couple times tonight. And Mays does a great job of placing the ball where he wants it. We talked about that last week, kind of putting it in pockets in that return game. Or they got one guy deep, so he's kicking it deep and just keeping it away from him, making him run to pick it up. And that time, after he picks it up, he turns to cut and flips down at the 1-yard line. So this Baker County defense is going to start in great position here.
Let's see which quarterback comes back into the fold here for Baldwin. They ran a couple of different quarterbacks in the first half. And Hitchens, number 11, will come back, the junior quarterback for the Indians. From the 3-yard line, they'll start at first down and 10, trailing the Wildcats 16-7 here as we start the third quarter. Whistle blows before the snap. And the official talking to one of the Baldwin backs about something.
I don't know what's going on here.
Don't know either.
Oh, the false start. Did they move the ball?
They did.
They moved it back even more.
I moved it back half the distance to the goal, and I didn't see the official even call anything. But Baldwin first down here to start the third quarter. Hitchens in his own end zone now to take the shotgun snap. Drops back to throw, fires one down the right sideline. Great coverage over there by the Wildcats and nothing doing. Ball thrown out of bounds over everybody's head. They took a shot from their own end zone on first down, and now it'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that time Jamil Jones, you call it, just stride for stride with the receiver on that far side of the field, and maybe try to catch the Wildcats off guard there and think, well, we'll just throw one up. But you know what's coming right here. I'd love to see Camilo Rollins, Big Kaz, or Toby Kinghorn meet Hitchens in the hole.
Second down play from the end zone again. Hitchens calls for the ball. They're going to run the ball straight ahead, and the Wildcat defense stuffs the running back right there near the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard back, but it'll be 3rd and 10. As Baldwin really unfortunate with the field position to start. You mentioned that Blake May is a great kick. He angled it toward that side, and the return man had to go back and get it. And when he tried to run upfield, slipped down inside the 5-yard line. That's why Baldwin has a terrible field position here, so the Wildcats could come out of this smelling like a rose if we can force a punt here.
Yeah, up 16-7. That's exactly how you wanted to start. Baldwin made it interesting in the first half, so you we talked about some injuries and different things, so you wanted to come out and make a statement. And Blake Mays starts it off right, and this defense has a chance here with a 3rd and 11. Baldwin pinned deep.
Pinned deep. Hitchens in the end zone here, looking for the shotgun snap, takes the snap. They're going to run the ball, and they're not going to get the first down. The Wildcats will force a punt here as they just run the ball straight ahead. And that Wildcat defense was not fooled on that play. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to punt out of their own end zone, and their punt game has been adventurous, to say the least.
I was going to say, you call it in the first half that we may block one. This may be the opportunity where you send the house right here.
Punter's going to be all the way back at the back of the end zone here to receive it, and the Wildcats return man looks like Cam Smith all the way at the Baldwin 40-yard line here. So if we could somehow get Cam Smith a return here, we're going to start with great field position. Baldwin on this possession has been very late getting guys into the game. A high kick's going to come down and take a Baldwin roll, and it's going to roll out to about the 45-yard line, so the Wildcats will take it right there. First down and 10 from the Baldwin 44. 9:56 to go in the third quarter, and the Cats on top 16-7. Looks like Jabari Ruiz is the quarterback who's going to trot out here with the Wildcat offense.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you there, if you're Baldwin, that's about the best scenario you could have asked for. Hunter kicks it out there, keeps it away from Cam Smith, but takes about a 10-yard roll in your favor there. So,
and it's not. It's Davion Dean, number 17, the freshman, who's going to get in there for the Wildcats. He's going to take it himself, and Davion Dean runs straight up the middle, and Davion Dean takes the handoff to Cam Smith, got a big hole, ran it inside the 30-yard line, and the Wildcats in business now, first down and 10.
Good read that time by Dean. You called it, fakes it to Cam Smith, who they were keying on at the end of that first half, and now the Wildcats are going to go fast.
From the 29-yard line now, Wildcats in business. Dean in the shotgun. Davion calls for it. This time does give to Cam Smith, and Cam Smith got a hole inside the 20. Cam Smith has broken it, 15, 10, 5, and Cam Smith goes to the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. Just 2 plays on this possession, and the Wildcats score from 44 yards out, and they now lead it 22-7.
What a great run by Cam Smith. And I'll be honest with you, Mike, Baldwin defenders looked like the play was over. A couple of them were just standing looking around as Cam Smith ran right past them for an easy touchdown. Great job by Cam Smith and good vision to get out of there.
Noah Ray into hold. Blake Mays the kick, and the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So Blake Mays perfect tonight, 2 for 2 on extra points and a 30-yard field goal for Mays as well. And the Wildcats lead at 23-7 after that big Cam Smith touchdown run. 29 yards on the touchdown run following the 15-yard run from Davion Dean. Just 2 plays, and the Wildcats put it in the end zone.
Man, that's what we wanted to see right there. Davion Dean comes right in, makes them respect the fact that the quarterback can keep the ball. And that the second play gives it off to Cam Smith. And he was bottled up for a second there, but Cam Smith just kept fighting, turning those legs, and just bust loose for a big touchdown there. So the Wildcats do come out in these first 2.5 minutes here and make a statement to start the third quarter.
And some breathing room. You know, they've gotten it back to 16-7. But, Jackie, I'm going to tell you, the one thing I really like about what Coach Mays did there, you know, Davion Dean threw an interception there in the first half, and it would have been easy to say, hey, you know, let's not put Davion back in there. He struggled on that interception, but Coach Mays said, no, we need to give him some time. We need to let him get in there. You know, he's just a freshman. And so I love the call by Coach Mays to get Davion Dean some confidence and put him back in the ballgame.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Young guy is going to be around, wear that Wildcat jersey for a long time, so.
Blake Mays has it teed up, kicks a high kick, it's going to come down and take a bounce. And, again, the return man has to go back and hit it. And, again, he's going to have to slip down inside the 10-yard line. And, Jackie, they just don't know what they're doing on the return game.
Not at all. And, again, Blake Mays with a great job. He's just kicking it in a pocket there right in front of the up man. He's getting a great bounce inside the 10, and those guys on that wet ground are having to scramble around to try to pick it up. And, again, he touches it and just has to fall on it. Right there at the 10-yard line, about the 8-yard line. So, special teams for Baker County tonight.
Well, you know, 16-7 ball game, and you know, they're thinking that Baldwin's got a chance here to come back in this thing, and they boot one around on the first kick, had terrible field position, had to give it back to the Wildcats with great field position, and now the same thing could happen here from inside the 10-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Quarterback in the shotgun, 23-7 ball game, and a flag down. False start this time against Baldwin again. They're going to back this up half the distance. Things not going well for the Indians here to start this third quarter.
No, not especially we felt like they had a little momentum there to end the second half. Had scored a touchdown, got the onside kick, and stopped this Wildcat offense, right before the half. But now the wheels have fallen off.
Hitchens in the shotgun here. Ball is deep in Baldwin territory. They're going to take it, fire one out to the right side. Again, looking for a receiver breaking down the field, but overthrowing everybody. It'll be second down. The worst thing about that, Jackie, is it gets to about 32 degrees out here, is that the clock stops.
Yeah.
Every time they throw an incompletion, that clock stops.
And that time, listen, if you're going to throw an incompletion, make it close. That time, threw it over the head of everybody. Jamil Jones again in great coverage out there.
You said you had some long johns on tonight. I'm going to have to invest in some because I wish I would have realized how cold it was going to be tonight. Second down 13. They're going to fire one out again. This time a catch made up around the 10-yard line. Makes a man miss right there and gets out near the 15. This is going to be a first down for Baldwin. They'll move the chains.
I think they may.
Well, maybe a yard
short. But again, our linebackers, we talked about it before, they struggle to get out there to the hashes and make those plays.
Third down play now for Baldwin. Third down, call it a yard. That pass play should have been tackled right where he caught it, but they ended up getting about 5 more after the catch. Makes it a 3rd and 1. Hitchens takes the snap. They're going to try to run it straight ahead, and they're going to get near the first down marker, but pushed back right away. The ball came out, but they say he was down. And this is going to be 4th down. I don't know if he got it or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He didn't get it. 4th down, a half yard to go.
Don't be sure. Are they going to go for it here? This could be disastrous.
They're sending out the punter. They might fake it. They might call timeout and think about it, but as the moment, the punter's on the field with 3 other Baldwin.
It's the punter and 2 guys. The rest of the team has come off the field.
Yeah, that's why I say they may have to call a timeout and think about it. They don't have the personnel on the field to do anything. But they're probably going to take the delay of game. Now, why would you take a delay of game in this field position? Now a bunch of guys that were way over here under the tent are running back, not realizing that was punt situation. And if they don't hurry, they're going to get a 5-yard penalty.
Must have been watching the Wonder Boy under that tent.
I don't know what they were doing. Half the team just ran on the field for Baldwin, and now looks like they got too many on the field, so another one runs off. This got to be a delay of game.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to punt it, though. He punts a low line drive. It's going to kick and take a Wildcat roll, and Wildcats will get good field position up around the 47-yard line of Baldwin. And this game that was a little bit tight at halftime has kind of opened up here. The Wildcats with a 23-7 lead. Cam Smith, a big touchdown run a moment ago. Davion Dean going to check back into the game here at quarterback for the Cats. First down and 10 from the Baldwin 47. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going.
Tell you what, you get too cold, Mike, we'll send Georgia Lynn Cruz up there to get us some hot chocolate. Tell her daddy's listening in. He said go get us some hot chocolate on his dime.
Oh, man. It's cold. First down and 10 from the 47. Dean takes it. He keeps it himself. Faked it to Cam Smith. Going to run ahead. Not much running room. Maybe a yard on the play. Make it 2nd down and 9. Same play we ran on the first play last time, but this time Baldwin not fooled.
No, Baldwin did a good job reading it that time, but again, Davion Dean in the game is going to make him respect that as he showed off his athleticism the last series.
6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Davion Dean in the shotgun. Dean going to fire one out here to the right side, and that's going to be a symptom of a wet ball that time, as that ball just slipped out of Dean's hands and went backwards. And the problem with that is, since it went backwards, it's going to be a loss on the play. It'll be all the way back to midfield, or, well, I don't know if they caught that or not. It should have been a backwards pass.
Oh, boy. That's going to be a terrible, terrible penalty on Baldwin.
What just happened, Jack?
Number 9 over here, the cornerback for Baldwin. He's been just talking to the sideline over here, the Wildcats, and he and a couple Wildcat players have tied into it, and the referee finally had enough as he was over again just talking trash to the Wildcat sideline, and they threw a flag on him.
So the head official is going to sort this out, and after that would have been a 5-yard loss when Dean threw that ball backwards. It went out of bounds right around midfield. But this is going to be a 15-yard penalty against Baldwin. And I'm not sure if, like you were talking about, number 9, let's see if he was actually ejected. No, he wasn't ejected. They just asked him to take a seat for a moment. After all that, 15-yard penalty comes this way for the Cats. They'll have to reset the chains here because I don't think that quite gave them enough for a first down. Baldwin's going to call a timeout. Let's take one with them, Jackie. 6:26 to go, third quarter. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Beautiful night for football here in Baldwin, Florida. 6:26 to go, third quarter. Wildcats on top 23-7. Wildcats face a 1st and 10 now from the Baldwin 40-yard line. Davion Dean going to hand it to Cam Smith, and Cam Smith bottled up. A lot of guys, a lot of big, beefy guys right there in the middle. Cam couldn't find any hole to run through, so right there at the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and we talked about it, so they Wildcats picked up a first down on the penalty after a loss of about 5.
Second down play, Dean calls for the snap, and he gets one of the Baldwin Indians being aggressive on that front line to jump into the neutral zone, and that's going to cost Baldwin 5 yards. They've just kind of self-destructed here in the second half. They had this to a 16-7 game with some momentum, as we talked about, but Baldwin shooting themselves in the foot here in the second half with some sloppy play, and Wildcats now, after the penalty, it'll be second down, call it 6. Davion Dean in the shotgun, freshman quarterback for the Wildcats. Takes the snap, going to give it to Smith. Smith runs ahead this time, a little more room, but not a lot. As he picks up 3 yards, it's going to bring up third down, and we'll call it 4.
I tell you what, that time it looked like a bigger hole than he's normally used to running to, but it closed quickly.
Third down and 4. Wildcats from the 33-yard line of Baldwin. Dean takes the snap, going to keep it himself. Take the handoff to Cam Smith. Dean is loose. 25, 15, 10. And Davion Dean takes it to the house. Davion Dean faked the handoff on the zone read to Cam Smith and just took it himself and scores a touchdown from 33 yards out. And the Wildcats have now taken a 29-7 lead.
Come on. What a great run that time by Davion Dean. You hear Larry Perkins tell Davion Dean, a freshman, son, you can't even drive, but just come on down the Perkins Chevrolet. And now Davion Dean is going to take Noah Ray's place as the holder on the extra point. Saw him working on that on the sideline. He gets the hold down, and Blake Mays drills it right down the middle. And Blake Mays now 3 for 3 on extra points tonight to make it a 30-7 ball game. And the Wildcats have taken control of this one here in the second half as the Wildcats lead at 30-7. Yeah, another good offensive series there. soon as they start keying in on Cam Smith, you know, who is, listen, he's the dynamic playmaker on this team. Him, Tamari Baker, J-Mob Lewis, those guys get it done week in and week out. And so the second you start keying on one of them, you take a guy like Davion Dean who says, okay, I'll just pull it, take it 33 yards myself for a touchdown. So good run that time by Davion Dean.
Shout out to all the loyal listeners listening in tonight. Wildcat football. Last game of the regular season. The Wildcats trying to move to an 8-2 regular season mark, but playoffs on the way. Even though this is the last game of the regular season, we've got more football to be played. Blake Mays kicks one down there again. This time, the Baldwin return man actually is going to return it. He's going to get it out near the 20, maybe the 25-yard line. They'll start at 1st and 10 from there.
And Baldwin just not able to get really anything going on offense during this second half. Wildcats up 30-7, 5:17 to go here in the third, and this defense has just been swarming. Baldwin had a little success early in the first, or later in the first half, you know, on offense, but here lately just nothing doing. Orlando Holland, Kaz, Toby Kinghorn, Rollins, those guys just keeping that backfield alive.
All the same guys we talked about all year long for this Wildcat defense has played so well. Hitchens going to take this one and hand it straight ahead, and the running back for Baldwin Smith is going to be out to the 27, 28-yard line, maybe the 29. A good gain on first down for Baldwin. Their first positive play of the second half.
That's a good one. 11 yards.
Yeah. A lot of activity in the Wildcat stands over here. I can't even keep track of everything that's happening, Jackie, but
I'll give him a first down, Mike.
I don't even know. They spot it 2 yards short, and then they move the chains. 1st and 10. Here we go. Hitchens in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for Baldwin. They're going to run it again. The running back Smith goes to the right side this time, and he's going to be upfield for a few yards before being brought down there. After this play, we'll be under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. And I know, Jackie, we've still got another quarter to play, but I'll just be honest with you. You can't get over fast enough tonight.
Nah.
I'm not one to complain, but it's cold. 2nd down and 4. Handoff inside this time, and at the line of scrimmage is the running back, but a flag comes down late as one of the Baldwin linemen was upfield, lost his helmet. He's chirping as he goes to the sidelines, not sure what that penalty is going to be. The play was stopped 4 yards short of the first down. It would be a long third down, but it's a flag against the Cats. It's going to give Baldwin the first down.
Another 15 yards. As it must have been a Wildcat player that forced the helmet off.
Well, when you see a guy lose a helmet, there's typically a reason. And the Wildcats get flagged for it. That's going to give Baldwin the football all the way out to the midfield, right at the 50-yard line, right in front of us here. 1st and 10, Hitchens in the shotgun. He's going to split 2 receivers to the left side, 1 back in the backfield. 3:41 to go in the third quarter. Baldwin trying to mount a comeback against these Wildcats, but that running play is going to pick up about 2 yards straight up the middle. They run Harris this time, and Harris, couple of yard gain on the play, be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, picked up 2 that time, and again, this defense, when we're not committing penalties, has done a good job. Nothing really doing for this Baldwin offense here in the second half so far.
2nd down, call it 8. Quarterback in the shotgun. They look to the sideline for the play call. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Hitchens going to fire one to the right side, and a catch is made over there on the far sideline, but Wildcats converge and make the tackle quickly. The clock will continue to run. If he stays in bounds, it'll be 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 here. Wildcats lead 30-7, and you called it, clock running with 2:30 left in the third quarter. You got auto start on that truck, man. I'm with you. I need you to get that heater fired up.
We'll send somebody down. I don't have all that technology you have. Just the basic truck.
Work truck. That's what I got. I got an auto start. His name's Ace. Hey, crank that truck up.
2:20 to go, third quarter. We'll break after this third quarter so we can
light up the burn barrel.
Light up the burn barrel. Third down play coming up now. Baldwin in the shotgun again. Third down and 6. The receiver is moving. Dave and Clark making sure the referee catches him, and it'll be 5 yards back for Baldwin. Seems like an eternity between plays for Baldwin, and they haven't been flagged for a delay again. I don't know why.
The one time when the whole team was in the locker room over there watching Squid Games under the tent, had 90 seconds to come get the play off.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Clock moving, under 2 minutes to go. 3rd and 11 now after the penalty. Hitchens in the shotgun on third down. Straight drop. Looks to throw. Sacked in the backfield. It seems to have nowhere to go. And the Wildcat defense with a big play here on third down is going to force another Baldwin punt. Their third punt of the second half.
My goodness, and I don't even know who to call out for that sack, as the whole defensive front there, Avery Spurlock, Caleb Tressler, Orlando Holland, and the gang, just all in there getting them a piece of that one.
Well, it looked like Hitchens was going to drop back to throw one deep that time, and as he looked to throw, he had to kind of do a double clutch because he had Wildcats all in his face, and I saw Orlando Holland, saw others back there as well. And Baldwin going to be forced to punt, but the clock's going to go under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Cam Smith, not too deep here. I'd love to see him get his hands on one of these punts. Snap is back. This time the Wildcats almost get the block, and it's going to take a Baldwin roll down to around the 20, 25-yard line or so. Wildcats will get it there. Third quarter is going to come to a close here in just a moment. We're going to take a timeout right when the third quarter ends. A couple of minute break here to get our equipment set up for the fourth quarter. And just letting you know, we'll take a couple of minute break. 30-7, the Wildcats lead. Shout out to all those Wildcat fans listening in at whatever hunting club you might be in as you get ready for, I think tomorrow is opening day in Florida. Georgia's been underway for a few weeks now.
My dogs are biting at the bit to get out there and run a big buck.
Your Beagles? First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Wildcats going to run one to the right side, and Jamar Lewis on the sweep. Going to get a couple of yards and get forced out of bounds here as that play went a long way for a few yards.
Yeah. Clock's going to run now. 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and I would think the Wildcats would be content here with that being the last play of the third quarter.
20 seconds, we'll see. Davion Dean in there in the shotgun formation here, 2nd down and 6. One of the coaches just pointed to the clock, so now they will let it run down. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. We'll send it back to the station here. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back with the fourth quarter of tonight's ball game. You're listening to Wildcat Football right here on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation, and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad, and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Since 1981, Higginbotham's Towing and Recovery has been serving the community of Baker County, providing safe and reliable towing needs. If you need a car or truck towed, or even a shed in your backyard, Higginbotham's is a place to call. Located in Glen St. Mary, they are available 24 hours, 7 days a week. 259-4375. That's 259-4375. The Higginbotham family is so excited to be a proud supporter of Wildcat football.
And we welcome you back here to Baldwin, Florida, site of tonight's matchup, the Baker County Wildcats and the Baldwin Indians. In the first play of the fourth quarter, Jackie, Davion Dean fires one out to the left side, hits Derek Hall Major for a big gain down the left sideline. And now Davion Dean keeps it himself, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone. For the Wildcats, 2 plays in the fourth quarter, another touchdown, and it's going to make it a 36-7 ball game here with 10:56 to go.
And that drive, all Davion Dean that time. Throws it out there to Derek Major, picks up 40 yards on that pass, and then keeps it himself. Picks up another touchdown with his legs.
Yeah, the pass that he threw to Major a moment ago, it was significant because the corner was cheating up, trying to get a jump on the ball. He got it over the outstretched cornerback's hands and into the hands of Major on the sideline, and Major basically at that point was free down the sideline, and he got all the way down to the 20-yard line, and then that's where the first down play came, and Davion Dean takes it 20 yards to the end zone. That's 2 touchdowns for Davion Dean here in the quarter.
Yeah, and just getting more comfortable. I mean, again, this first came back in a while, and you can tell having to be thrown in there initially, just trying to knock some of the rust off, but now it looks like he's been doing it for years out there, and you called it. That was a beautiful ball he threw to Major right over the quarterback's outstretched arm, and then just takes another one from Cam Smith and keeps it himself and picks his way through for a big touchdown for the Wildcat team, and Baldwin just unable to do anything here in the second half.
36-7, the Wildcats with the lead. What happened with the extra point, Jackie?
We bobbled the hole. Blake tried to kick it, but he kicked it about off the ground.
Oh, here we go. And the kick is in the air, and there's going to be a flag as the Wildcats appear to be offsides. I'll be happy to be back in the press box at Memorial Stadium next week.
Yeah, it's always nice when you go to these away games, and they got nice press boxes. Swanee set us up last night, and we talked about it earlier, Baldwin, we were talking about hunting season. They got a deer blind up at the top of the stands over there, enough for one person to peek out. So I didn't think we'd fit in there too well.
Hopefully we're not offending anybody from Baldwin. We're just kidding.
It's just a joke, man. We'll let y'all shop at our Walmart.
Blake Mays is going to dribble one down here, a little swivel kicker, and Baldwin's going to take it right at the 40-yard line. So right at the 40, first down and 10 for the Indians. They trail the Cats 36-7. So the Cats, it was close 16-7, but 3 touchdowns here in the second half. 20 unanswered points for the Wildcats, and Baldwin unable to do anything here in this second half. And the Wildcats have taken complete control and looking to go 8-2 on this season, Jackie, which will be a huge success. The only losses, 1-point loss against Mandarin and an 8-point loss against Vieira. So both of those schools, much bigger schools than the Wildcats, but that's not why we lost the game. But those 2 losses, when you look back on the season, that close to being 10-0. First down play, quarterback change here for Baldwin as they go back to Krause, who started the game at quarterback. He's going to take the snap and run it into the line of scrimmage there and get a couple of yards and make it 2nd down and 8.
Hudson's probably said, Coach, I'm tired of getting hit. You guys beat me up down here. I'll give it back to the starter. I tell you, I would, given the way this offense has performed the last 2 or 3 weeks, man, you'd love to go back and play that Mandarin team again, or Vieira. Both games at points in the game, we felt like we had it won and just gave it up at the end, let it slip away, but playing much better now, this Wildcat team.
2nd down 8, Baldwin from their own 42-yard line. Krause in the shotgun now. Krause going to fire one, the left-hander back in there. He's got a catch made on the far sideline, and they're going to move ahead across midfield into Wildcat territory, and the clock will run. Under 10 minutes to go in the football game here as the Wildcats on top 36-7, but Baldwin with a first down, 1st and 10 now at the Wildcat 45-yard line.
And I thought that pass right there, again, we talked about it earlier, that's the one that hurts the Wildcats the most.
A little underneath route. Krause going to throw again. They throw another underneath route. Catch is made. This time, less of a gain on the play, only about a 4-yard gain, but the significant thing, Jackie, for us at least, the clock continues to run.
Yeah, the clock runs, and again, just one of those underneath routes, and Krause does a good job at throwing that. Baldwin looked like they did their homework there at the beginning of the game, leaving him in there to throw it around, but finally come back to it at the end.
2nd down play now, 2nd down and 5. Krause in the shotgun. 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Cats on top 36-7. Krause straight drop, fire one down the left sideline. This one's going to be, it's going to be caught. Should have been picked off. The Wildcats were there in coverage, but a catch made. And Baldwin's in business now inside the 20-yard line down to the 14, 1st and 10.
Oh, my goodness.
They just threw that up.
And I'm going to tell you who is kicking theirself right now, and that's Jamil Jones, an opportunity to get his 9th interception of the season there, and he just let it slip right through his hands. I thought he had a perfect jump on that ball.
It looked like he was going to get one, Jackie, but the receiver in good position stays with it, makes the catch. Now Krause, straight drop, fires one across the middle. The catch is made, and just like that, Krause comes back in the game, and Baldwin has scored a touchdown.
And again, we talked about it, Mike. That was kind of what they've done all season long, been able to throw it around a little bit. And Krause comes in the game, you caught it, and just pitches it around the field and takes the Baldwin Indian offense to pay dirt easily.
Yeah, it only takes them 2 minutes. And they score a touchdown to make it a 36-13 ball game. They'll try the extra point here with 8:19 to go in the ball game. The worst thing about our professional setup that we've got over here in the stands, Jackie, is that once we shut this thing down tonight, we've got to disassemble this tent and everything that we brought with us.
I was told that you would just buy a new one. Leave this one
just leave it here. Oh, they're going to run the 2-point conversion play. They run a little slant pass to the receiver who makes the catch, and instead of kicking the extra point, they go for 2 to make it 36-15 as the conversion is good. And Baldwin, a touchdown, a little life from their sideline as they cut the lead to 19 now, or to 21 now, 36-15. And I guess that was the purpose of the 2-point conversion, is now you're only down 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, back in it.
Back in it.
19 left to go in the 4th. Wildcats up 36-15, and we got a ball game.
Yeah. Even in the cold weather, the sarcasm remains. I haven't been this cold since last year in the winter. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Without the wind, I think we'd be okay, Jackie, but this wind is really biting. 36-15, Wildcats on top. Baldwin going to try an onside kick here, and the Cats are going to cover it right there. That's Josh Holmes. Catches it, makes a nice secure catch right there at the 43-yard line, and that'll give the Cats the ball, 1st down and 10. And our guest commentator, Vic Cruz, is getting the Wildcats fired up here.
Just go in there. Davion Dean still in the ball game. Let's hand this thing off a couple times, pick up a couple first downs, and put together an 8-minute and 16-second drive.
First down and 10, Davion Dean, freshman quarterback. He's gone the whole second half here. A couple of touchdowns to his credit on the ground. Sends J-Mod Ruiz in motion, takes the snap, going to give it to Cam Smith. Cam Smith got a hole, 45, 50, 45, 40, and Cam Smith is going all the way, 10, 5, and a touchdown for Cam Smith as he just broke through the left side of the line, and Chase Cruz fired up back there. He sprung him with that block on the left side of the offensive line, and Cam Smith, 57 yards on the touchdown run.
Out a run by Cam Smith, and again set up by Davion Dean on those zone reads. Kept it a couple times, picked up a couple touchdowns of his own, so they start focusing on Dean. He gives it to Cam Smith, and Cam just does what Cam does and outruns everybody in the city of Baldwin.
Well, how many times this year, Jackie, have Cam Smith or J-Mod Ruiz had a play where 10 yards upfield you knew that nobody was going to catch him?
No, a bunch.
Blake Mays is going to add the extra point here. He's good this time, and it makes it a 43-15 ball game. And, yeah, I mean, you say a bunch, but, I mean, you think about it, there's been runs on jet sweeps for J-Mod or passes that he's caught over the middle, like last week at Swanee, where when these guys get to the open field, the speed that both Ruiz and Cam Smith have just leaves everyone in the dust. And that time, once Cam Smith hit the 50-yard line, which was only 7 yards upfield, there was nobody within 10 yards.
No, and you think you're going to load the box. You know, all they can do is run it. Well, I'm going to tell you what, you can load the box if you want to, but the second that one of those guys sees a crease, there's nobody on your team that's going to catch him.
Nobody. Blake Mays has it teed up at the 40-yard line. 8 minutes to go exactly here from Baldwin. He's going to kick a little swivel down the middle here, taking it at the 20-yard line. Return man is going to get knocked down right around the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. First down and 10 for the Indians there as they trail the Cats now 43-15. Cats put up 43 points tonight with some reserves in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I had 27 here in the second half, Mike. Went to halftime 16-7. Kind of felt like Baldwin had the momentum going into halftime, even though they were down. But this Wildcat team just came right out in the second half and shut that noise down real quick.
Kraus going to stay in the game here. He led a Baldwin touchdown drive just a moment ago. Kraus in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw, going to fire one out here to the right side. A catch is made, and the receiver is upfield across the 35 to nearly the 37-yard line. Goes down there after a gain of about 11.
Again, just Wildcat defense just playing off at this point. Don't want to get beat over the top, but Kraus doing a good job getting it to his receivers underneath.
7 minutes to go in the ball game. Kraus in the shotgun. Baldwin trails 43-15. We'll remind you that there will not be a lengthy postgame show tonight. Kraus in the shotgun, going to fire one out to the left side. A catch is made over there. The receiver is now across midfield, and the Wildcats finally bring him down upfield around the 48 of the Wildcats. And that time Kraus got bailed out because he was under heavy pressure in the backfield. Found his man over there, and they get a first down at the Wildcat 48.
I mean, he jumped up to throw that ball, Mike. He was under heavy pressure and just jumped up and knew exactly where his outlet receiver should be standing, and got it to him.
Kraus in the shotgun. A catch is made across the middle, and the receiver breaks a couple of tackles, and now Baldwin again with Kraus in the game, moving down the field all the way to the 20 of the Wildcats. You don't like to see this in the second half, but they kind of changed their personnel and changed what they're doing here, and Kraus has the hot hand right now.
Yeah, and Kraus done a good job. I'll tell you what, he took one a minute ago on the last series under the chin by one of these linebackers, but stood in there and delivered a strike.
First down play from the Wildcat 20. Kraus going to fire one up across the middle, and he's got a receiver, and a catch is made. A flag comes down behind the play, but that was a touchdown pass, 20 yards from Kraus to the receiver, Jones, who makes the catch, diving into the end zone. Flag down, though, right at the line of scrimmage on this play, so this could be either a hold or an ineligible man downfield or some kind of personal foul. I'm not sure, Jackie.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened either. It came, you're right, it's at the line of scrimmage, but it came from a weird spot.
Well, that's a face mask against the Wildcats. It's going to be declined in the touchdown. That was just a weird
series of events there. Nonetheless, Baldwin's going to get back on the board. 6:21 to go in the fourth quarter.
There you go. 43-21 now, as Kraus has engineered a couple of touchdown drives for Baldwin. You know, the Baldwin folks across the way are going to say, why weren't we doing this all night?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I really did. I felt like they abandoned that game plan early on and went to the strength of this Wildcat defense, trying to run in between the tackles.
Baldwin will try to go for two here to make it a 43-23 ball game. Last time they just threw a quick slant pass on the two-point conversion. I would think the Wildcats would be prepared for that on this possession, but let's see.
I don't know why you do this, honestly.
Two-point conversion. They're going to fire one to the right corner of the end zone. It's going to be picked off. And you called it a minute ago. Well, it's going to be incomplete and a flag down as some taunting after the play by you hate to see that. Looks like the Wildcats are going to get called for a unsportsmanlike here after the play.
Listen, I hate to see it, and I'm not gonna be a homer here and say it for the Wildcats. Unsportsmanlike is uncalled for. But what that stems from is these last two series, these receivers have had a little success. Now you played it to the fourth quarter to finally decide they want to play, and as soon as they do, they get up, signaling first down, and jaw into these cornerbacks. Well, now my cornerback goes and picks the ball off in the end zone on a two-point conversion and wants to talk back a little bit, and you throw the flag.
And that's exactly right. That's what happened. 43-21, the Wildcats lead here late in the ball game, 6 minutes to go. And assuming Baldwin tries another onside kick here and the Wildcats are able to recover, I'd love to see us just kind of run some clock.
I think we tried. We tried last time. Cam Smith, unfortunately, when you load the box and you know we're going to run the ball, we talked about it. He gets two steps, man, he's gone. And so it's either going to be we're going to be tackled for a 1-yard gain or it's going to be a touchdown.
15-yard penalty moves the ball all the way to the Wildcat 45 for the kickoff. So Baldwin has tried a few onside kicks tonight. They've gotten one successfully. They're going to try another one, and he missed the ball. he just absolutely missed it, Jackie.
I'm not sure what happened there.
The ball was on the tee. The kicker came up to it, and as he kicked over it, he just absolutely missed it. He was trying to be too perfect.
I've been watching that Thanksgiving series of the Peanuts where Charlie Brown,
he was expecting somebody to pull the ball. Like that.
And get another chance.
Yeah, well, that's the unfortunate thing in high school football. You know, when the mistake is made by the kicking team, they always get to kick it again instead of being able to decline. And the Wildcat fans don't understand that, but that's the case.
I think we're right here, though.
Well, they're not
have the white hat, but
they're not going to let you. High school football, the receiving team never gets to decline the penalty, and it'll always be a do-over. And that's the unfortunate thing that happens. We've seen that before when teams try onside kicks and they're unsuccessful. If they're off sides or they make a mistake or something like that, you can't decline that penalty. It's basically a do-over.
Yeah, and I think this is where the confusion lies. Is the kicker did kick the ball. It went a yard. Well, the side judge called him offside. So that you're right. It's at that point, once you call him offside, you can't do anything. Yeah. I don't think that's the right call. I think it confused them a little bit, confused the referee. But he did kick the ball, so it was a live ball. He just kicked it 1 yard, and the Wildcats should have been able to take over
Yeah, I'm with you on what actually occurred.
Yeah.
They called it offside.
You're right.
Once you call it offside, your team is not going to get to do that over, and that's something that honestly, Jackie, with all the times that we've talked about it here, I'm sure there's other teams and people across the state that have talked about that too. That's one of those plays that needs to be reviewed, because once that team comes offside, the team that's receiving the ball should be allowed to decline that penalty, and in that case, get to take the ball. But unfortunately, it doesn't work.
That's not the rules. We just have to report it the way it is, right?
And what I say by declining it, and take the outcome of the play, take the outcome of whatever the play is, and in that case, it would have been a Wildcat ball 1 yard from where he tried to kick it. First down play, Davion Dean now with the ball as the Wildcats were able to successfully keep it. We're going to run our little jet sweep around the right end, and it's going to go for a few yards, and hopefully the clock will continue to run, but they mark him out of bounds, so it'll stop here at 6:07 to go in the game.
Going to get a holding call against the Wildcats.
43-21, just to let you know where things stand. Wildcats on top by 22 as we wind down toward the end of this ball game, and nobody will be happier than Jackie and I to get out of this cold weather. I know we're not in the Arctic Circle or anything, and it's not, below freezing, but it is cold.
You can't tell my mind that right now. I've gone to the Arctic Circle in my mind.
And I don't even know if it's cold there. There's probably some geography teacher going, it's not cold in the Arctic Circle. But Davion Dean now in the shotgun is going to take the snap, and the Wildcats going to run the ball straight ahead. This will burn some clock. Only a gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13 after the run. Cats just trying to turn some clock and get out of here. The Cats will move, Jackie, to 8-2 on the season with this win tonight, and remind Wildcat fans next Friday night, 7 o'clock, we'll have a Florida High School Activities Association playoff game. It'll be round 1 of the Class 5A playoffs from Baker County next week, along with many other places throughout the state of Florida. But for us, it only matters what's happening in Baker County. Hand off to Cam Smith. He's going to wiggle his way out across the 40 and to the 43-yard line. The clock will continue to run. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 8 for the Cats.
3rd and 8, you're right. Just going to continue to try to run the clock and get out of here. Wildcats up 43-21. Thank everybody for hanging in there with us at home.
Hanging in there and being with us. Dean's going to fire one out to the left side, and that was close to being a pick 6 the other way. And as the cornerback kind of jumped the route that time, and it'll be incomplete. And it's incomplete with exactly 5 minutes to go in the game. That's going to force the Cats to punt one away here. And J. Mod's talking to the coaches because, Jackie, he was wide open down the field.
Hey, listen, I've seen him with the ball in his hand, have that much separation, but that time there was nobody around him. My goodness. That's one of those, and we try to go back to the screen pass that Dean had thrown earlier in the game. Maybe next time we pump that and try to hit J-Mod over the top.
Jamil Jones will punt one away. He hasn't had much punting activity here in the second half, but he gets off a good one. And it'll take a Wildcat roll inside the 30-yard line, and the Wildcats will down it right around the 28. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Baldwin from there. Should be the last possession for Baldwin of the night, but Jackie, stranger things have happened.
No doubt, no doubt. Quick shout-out to my buddy John Sharman over there. He texts me about all our guest commentators in the booth tonight. We appreciate him listening in.
John Sharman, one of those loyal Gators. There's all kind of Bulldog and Seminole fans that we listen to out there, but we always give a little extra love to the loyal Gator fans out there.
They mean a little bit more.
1st down and 10, 4:47 to go. Kraus back in there at quarterback for the Indians. Wildcats shifting some personnel on this side. Kraus in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Kraus under pressure. He's got to scramble out of there. The Wildcats are going to sack him. Sack him in the backfield, and a good job. Tressler was back there for the Cats. Looks like he's the guy that makes the play. Captain for the Cats tonight.
Another good job that time. Just 4 down linemen. Just kept working and working and working until they finally get to him. Good coverage downfield. because he had nowhere to go with the football.
Second down 11 now after the sack. Straight drop by Krause. He's going to fire one left side. Catch is made over there. Flag down on the play. That's in the area of holding. The receiver, not much room to work over there after he makes the catch, and the flag down. Unfortunately, Jackie's going to stop the clock here.
I'll tell you what, Camilla Rollins, again, just popped her receiver, and we're going to get another face mask penalty on the defense.
Oh, my goodness. That flag was definitely thrown in the area of holding, but we're not going to get a holding. We're going to get a face mask, and it's going to give Baldwin a first down. Just when we think that we might get some clock running and movement, it's going to take it all the way out to the 49-yard line, or actually right at midfield. They're going to put it right on the 50, and that's where Baldwin's going to have it. First down and 10 now. Here we go. Krause in a shotgun, getting set to go. Clock will start on the play. Krause fires one left side. A catch is made over on the far sideline. They'll say he's out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock again. Just a sideline route.
They were going to wind the clock, but now we got a player down, and that is going to stop the clock.
I'm not laughing at the situation, just laughing at the...
I'll tell you what, it surprises me that this Wildcat program has not won a state championship in football.
Is that what you just heard from the crowd?
Yeah. We have the greatest coaches.
Now I get it. The sarcasm has returned. All right. 3:40 and counting now. Krause is still in the shotgun here. Good save. First down play for Baldwin. Krause is going to fire one out here to the right side, and it's going to be intercepted. The Wildcats are picked one off, and it's going to be a pick six going the other way. Ronnie Ellis at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and Ronnie Ellis is a pick six for the Wildcats going the other way.
And you keep throwing those short routes, and listen, they will. That is the kryptonite for this Wildcat defense, but at some point one of these athletes is going to get tired of it, and Ronnie Ellis said, I'm sick of it, and jumps that route and takes it all the way to the house.
Nice job by Ellis. Puts the Wildcats at 49. We can hit the half-century mark here if Blake Mays can add this extra point. We can... And we can kick off and watch Krause throw the ball around a little more. Because there's still 3:14 on the clock. Davion Dean sets it down, and that one got set down and dropped. It was like a Charlie Brown commercial right there. We don't hit half.
Blake Mays is probably Dean, listen, man, you've had a great game, but we're going to do some special teams practice. You're killing me out here.
Oh, my goodness. 49-21. The Cats lead. 3:14 to go in the ball game. Let's take a 1-minute timeout and come back and wrap this up from Baldwin. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Stay home. 2 words that everyone's saying these days. At Hometown Home Health, you can receive nursing and therapy services in the comfort of your own home. These services are covered by Medicare as well as most major insurance companies. Hometown Home Health has a true commitment to their community and is the only home health agency located in our hometown. It's your choice, so choose Hometown Home Health. Maddie and Kristen say, go Wildcats. Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
3:14 to go from Baldwin. Krause back in there at shotgun. The Wildcats leading 49-21 here in the last couple of minutes of this ball game. Krause is going to take a snap this time. Baldwin's going to run the football on the jet sweep coming around the right end. And we're going to get a flag down at the end of the play, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be a 15-yarder.
As he was coming down to the ground, looked like one of the Wildcats just accidentally kind of got the face mask there, and the flag comes in. And it was truly an accident. I mean, that was just a guy sliding down and a defender coming by him and accidentally kind of grabs the face mask, and we're looking at, okay, so I think they gave him a 5-yarder on it.
I thought we were going to get a late hit, I'll be honest with you.
2:54 to go in the ball game. 49-21. Ronnie Ellis a moment ago. A big pick six for the Wildcats to almost get us to 50 on the night, Jackie, but extra point attempt was no good. Baldwin's going to run the football, running to the left side. They'll get the first down here as they cross the 47 to get to the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Baldwin. 2.5 to go. But, Jackie, I'm looking forward to next Friday night, another chance at a playoff game in front of the home crowd at Memorial Stadium. We don't know the opponent just yet, but we know there's a couple of teams that are in the mix for that are back around the 6, 7, and 8 seed right now. Could be Terry Parker, could be Bishop Kenny, could be one of those teams, could be somebody else that sneaks into the rankings in the top 8. So we'll just have to see how it plays out in the RPI standings on Sunday, but looking forward to that contest next Friday night.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a playoff game in Memorial Stadium, man. Number one, we have a heater. Number two, we like to play in front of our home crowd and get all the folks together there in Baker County, and what a great atmosphere it is any Friday night, but especially on a playoff Friday night.
Yeah, playoffs Friday night special. Always home games at Memorial Stadium special, but it's even better when it's a playoff game and you got a chance to take down a rival in a playoff game and see what the Wildcats can do. And we've had some really good runs in the playoffs over the last 5 years. Love to see another one this year.
Yep, absolutely. And the Wildcats are going to finish 8-2 in the regular season. Looks like with 1:15 left, up 49-21. This one's in the bag.
Yeah, the Wildcats are going to get the win here tonight, 8-2. 4-0 in the district, Jackie. District champions for the Wildcats. So congratulations to this Wildcat football team and Coach Kevin Mays on a fantastic season. We're going to see one more player here tonight, and then you and I can break this thing down and get out of here for the night and tell all the Wildcat fans good night. But look forward to next week. We'll have a coaches show Monday night, 7 o'clock, right here on WFBB. And if you listen to our coaches show Monday night, we'll get you all set up for the playoff game next Friday. And then we'll be back on the air here next Friday night from Memorial Stadium. Baldwin's going to run a play up the middle here and get down to around the Wildcat 40. And that's going to do it here from Baldwin. Jackie, I can't tell you how excited I've been to say this all night, Jackie, but your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Really good. I tell you, the first quarter started really well, and then a couple injuries there in the second quarter. We had to limp into halftime a little bit, but they came right out in the third quarter, and my goodness, put on a show here in the second half.
As always, thanks to John Meadows and the fine folks down at Glen Baptist Church for keeping us on the air. The Wildcats get the win. You hear the Wildcat fans behind us as the clock come to zeros. I'm looking forward to talking to everyone Monday night, 7 o'clock on the Coaches Show, and then next Friday night at 7 o'clock from Memorial Stadium as the 5A state playoffs begin next week. So, Jackie, Wildcats win at 49-21, and Baldwin cleared the scoreboard quick. They didn't want to see that. They didn't want to see that long, but after that, we'll say good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you Monday night.